He has a great floor game. Get the rock and push. Fourth quarter. What does Giannis do? Do they get the ball to Giannis? No, maybe a couple possessions here and there, but they don't. Chris Middleton closes out for them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, you can still have Ben as your primary guy and build around Ben. I think the best option, if they can pull it off somehow, some way, is go get Dame Lillard. You pair Dame and Joel. Bruh. Because Dame could carry you.
That would be worth the number one pick if they were able to make it too. Louder that shit down.
Yeah.
But, you know, but that to me that's one of those moves that even when Joel, because you know Joel's gonna miss 10 to 20 games a year. When he misses those games, Dame can carry you. Dame's proven that.
It's the East. Those games don't matter.
You know what I'm saying? Dame is proving like, hey, look, even if I don't have help, we gonna make the playoffs, bro. And when we get there, I'm about to go crazy. So, you know, whatever can happen is going to happen. But you pair Embiid and Dame, that pick and roll, the fuck you do with that? So, you know, there's a lot of shit, man. There's a lot of shit. But Philly got to move on from Ben. It's been proven. It's been proven. And I think the biggest indictment was when
Doc.
Yep. Doc, and then the double.
Are we gonna get into it now? Hold on, is B and them coming?
Well,
B's flying in from Detroit.
Oh yeah, he was out of town.
Shelton's the only one we'll really be waiting on.
Where's Shelton at?
I don't know.
You know, he
9:30ish.
Yeah.
Well then, shit, I want to talk about this Doc shit now. Well, no, hold on. Let me see what's on the docket. Let's talk about the draft lottery about it.
Yeah.
All right. So Detroit got number 1 overall.
I just saw the. Hold on, let me bring up the list.
So somebody posted it in the chat. So number 1, the Pistons. Number 2, the Rockets. Number 3, the Cavs. 4, the Raptors. 5, Orlando. Oh, no. 5, the Raptors. 6, Orlando. 7, OKC. 8, Golden State. 9, Orlando. 10, Kings. 11, Pelicans. 12, Hornets. Spurs 13. Pacers 14. I guess Warriors got the 15th.
Yeah, Warriors got two top 15
picks. And motherfucker, OKC got 3 in this draft.
And they ain't gonna do shit well.
But if Houston fell out of the top 4, they would have had
that one too. They would have had 4. Or they probably still would have. It would probably been like some pick swap or something.
Yeah, it'd have been higher or some shit like that.
But still, Ken, why you hate on my guy Sam Presti? If we know any one thing about Sam Presti, that man's gonna pick some talent, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know.
I gotta look at this. Who's coming out of this draft? I think the Raptors are gonna be like. I think the Raptors can get a steal out of this one.
Oh yeah, I think the Raptors are gonna be the team that benefits most out of this draft because this draft is a good 12 to 15 guys, like deep, like legit guys that can become all-stars, if not superstars. Not saying that they all will, you know. Shit got to play out. We got to see how front office, you know, how they manage.
Yeah, that's why I only concentrate on the teams that have a good GM, like the Raptors, the Thunder, the Warriors, and I would have to put. Those are the top.
The Cavs.
I'm only thinking about the top 8. Those are the players that really matter.
David Griffin.
I only picked out 2 or 3 of them motherfuckers. I ain't picking out all of them. The Magic are just what the Magic have the 5th and 8th.
That's crazy.
And they ain't gonna do shit.
Well, this is the draft for them to. Well,
you and Shelton might have to reposition yourself so they can see.
Damn, they can see him at all. I'm gonna just move this out the way and then. All right.
Yeah, if you could maybe slide that couch down.
Down.
This way.
Pull it this way?
Yeah. All right. Or he may have just get in that damn chair.
No, because like he could.
He'll be out of the shot.
That's what you're saying. Yeah, because I was just going to just pull a B. But I see what you're saying, though.
we'll fix it. We'll wait till you get here.
He ain't here yet. We ain't gotta worry about that nigga.
Yeah. Cause I don't know if I'm. Let me see if y'all can go ahead. Let's see
Well, you know, we don't officially start till the intro start.
Oh. Yeah, cause I can actually pan over a little bit more. All right. We on time, y'all. You know what? Oh, my fucking back. I'm gonna record this shit. I cannot record this. Let me try to record it on here. Oh, shit. All right. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. Inch. Joining me on the show, we got Nikki Duce.
What it do?
FIFO 24/7.
What up?
No BZ 4:30 tonight, and Shelton is on the way.
BZ ain't coming back tonight. I'm gonna let you know that. He gonna celebrate Detroit. He gonna miss his flight.
Yeah, I know he pumped. That's all he's been talking about all year. Cade Cunningham. We gotta get Cade Cunningham. So we'll see how that work out. But yeah, thank you guys for showing up. We we don't even want to know what that is. We on time.
Oh, let me look at it.
You know, so get ready to watch this game. 2, Suns, Clippers. CP3 is still out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi Leonard's still out.
Yep, both of them.
So we'll see how this goes. We'll see if D Book can do it again, and see if the Suns can go up 2-0. Tyloo and his adjustments. He'll come with something different. It may now. We'll see if Monty can adjust in game to it or D Book, but you know we'll see. But to your question, why not? I'm with you. I think he can.
We got a few super chats already. I think BZ in the chat taking all his congratulations. Tickle said, "Congrats BZ 430 for the #1 pick." We Them Boys says, "No more is Giannis a top 10 player debates. He showed you why." We'll definitely get into that. Adrian Wells, shout out to all y'all. By the way, shout out to all y'all getting it early with the super chats. Adrian Wells said, "What's good, everyone? How y'all doing today? Where do y'all think Ben Simmons should get traded to?" I say the Pelicans for Lonzo. Playoff predictions. I got Bucks in 6 and Suns in 6.
I think he should stay in Philly.
Nah.
They gonna get him right.
Nah.
Doc said it.
He been had enough time.
They should go get. He should go get with your boy.
Did you hear what Stephen A. Smith said today? Because you know how Stephen A. gets texts.
Shit. No, I missed that.
What did he say?
He got a text and he said this is from a source close to the situation in Philly. Obviously, he's not going to name the source, but he said basically, and I'm paraphrasing here. Ben Simmons doesn't work. He is coddled. He is babied, and the only people around him is just family. So he doesn't have any outsiders really trying to.
Isn't that what Q said? Q said that Ben Simmons' trainer is his brother.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
coddled and baby by who?
The organization.
His family.
The family, not the organization. Okay.
Well, he didn't really talk about the organization. He just talked about Ben Simmons doesn't work. He's coddled, and that's the problem.
We got a couple more super chats, both from Tickle. Malcolm Q, dead, RIP to him and the Sixers. Fake news. He also said smoking on that Simmons pack. Connor Pearson's Ward, do y'all think it would make more sense for the Raptors to hope for someone like Mobley or Green to fall to them?
Which Green? Jalen Green?
Yeah.
He ain't gonna fall.
So he's not gonna go #1. I think Cade Cunningham is.
I gotta look at the draft board.
I gotta see who. Yeah. I gotta look at the roster and everything. I gotta see who needs what. Again, in my opinion, Jalen Green is the best player in this draft. My opinion, because he's the one that I followed for the longest. Mm-hmm. The other guys, I know of them, didn't really watch them like that. I haven't done my research like I do. Jalen Green's the only one that I could speak on. Like, hey, definitively, he's the guy. You talking about 6'7" wing, stupid athleticism, stupid length, smooth game, jump shot, pull up game, off the dribble, whatever you want. The one thing I would question, because I didn't watch many G League. I didn't watch him in G League, honestly. I just saw some highlights. I would question the playmaking. But again, like, is that a necessity? If you are an assassin scorer, not necessarily. So, and then the construction of the team, it is what it is. But I definitely think that a lot of teams, especially Toronto, are going to help themselves in this draft.
Yes. They're going to either trade that or draft somebody.
Yeah, because the foundation of Van Fleet, OG, Pascal, you can get guys in this draft, scoring machines, playmaking, like whatever you need. Because Pascal, to me, he's a Antetokounmpo type of guy. Floor game, multi-versatile, can guard multiple positions, but can you give me a bucket when I need it? No. He's proven that. I think he's close to his ceiling. So you go get you, if you can, like a Jalen Green, and now you got a guy that could go get you buckets with a floor guy out here. Again, Toronto, I think they're the one team that can help themselves the most. I would say Orlando as well, but over the last 10, 12 years, what the fuck has Orlando been doing?
Yeah, they got to change the organization. The guys up top first before we can trust them to make any reasonable picks.
Oblivion Radio, shout out to you, bro. Lots of basketball news that happened. Y'all got to get out the way. Let's get it. There is a lot. There's the Kemba trade.
Man.
There's the... obviously, we just did the lotteries going on, and then obviously with all the playoff shit.
So OKC now has 3 first-round picks due to the Kemba trade. Let's talk about OKC first. Do y'all feel that these first 3 picks are going to do anything for OKC?
I think they're going to keep the 5th, but the other ones they'll probably use in a package. They need to go for like Bradley Beal or Cat. They got too many picks. I don't think they're gonna use these picks to
be like Boston.
Yeah, they're not gonna use these picks to actually draft.
Yeah, draft capital to move. I could see that, but I don't know if they're in the market for a bona fide star just yet. I don't know if that's the next step for them because they have so many young players. And then are you gonna keep Kemba? Are you gonna trade Kemba? I don't know. So
they need something to keep the butts in the seats though.
They got Shea. Shea
is not a high. He is not a. I'm buying a ticket to see Shea Gill.
I'd rather watch Shea than Kemba.
You would rather watch Shea than no basketball because that's all OKC got to offer. Either you gonna go to the games or not.
Hey, all I know is that Kemba not worth the price of admission no more.
No.
Nah, he's not.
But Kemba and Boston, how do y'all feel that went?
It was bound to happen. I'm not surprised. I heard that him and Stevens wasn't getting along though. So again, not surprised.
Then why is he talking about he heartbroken over the trade?
Who, Kemba?
Yeah. Is it because he went to the Thunder?
Because the nigga who he don't like was in charge of him hitting the road. That's why he don't fuck with it.
Well, some of the rumors that I saw was he was more his main issue was more with Danny Ainge than anything because I guess he found out that they were exploring trades. And at that point, the relationship between him and Boston just was on a rocky road.
Did he not understand that this is a business?
Nah, he did, but he thought that he was brought in there to win a title.
Yeah.
Did he
help win the title.
See how poorly he was playing?
What was it? Was that his first year?
Yeah.
I thought it was his second.
This is his second.
Oh, yeah, because the bubble was his first.
Uh-huh.
Back-to-back knee injuries in the bubble and shit, or like him not really showing up? Yeah.
These fools went and got Al fucking Horford.
Yep.
It was a bad trade. I don't care what anybody says.
Al Horford needs to thank his accountant for the rest of his life. Because that motherfucker...
Yeah, he got all his coins.
He got all his bread. He's been traveling. And now he back in Boston where he could still potentially win
or compete.
At least you compete. Because everybody was hurt. But
Well, wait a minute. So if Kemba had issues with Ainge and Ainge is no longer there, shouldn't the problem have been
because Kemba's issue was bigger than Ainge. It was Boston. It was the Boston Celtics. He had an issue.
Well, I don't need him talking about he heartbroken then.
Well, it's media. It's saving face.
You would be heartbroken too if you went from Boston to OKC.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah. Is it because he went to the Thunder of all places?
I think that has something to do with it.
It's got to. Well, you can't do shit. At least in Boston shit, you got some good seafood and some shit. Signs of racism. We them boys. We want that Rudy Gobert talk as well, please. You'll definitely get that. Kyle O, shout out to y'all. How about them Hawks? You want me? I'm not gonna say cacaw, or however you want me to say it. Adrian Wells, Just showing love. I love the channel. We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate
it,
sir.
And Tickalo Kane says Simmons and Gobert suck. Gotta stop gassing them.
All right, let's talk about Gobert. Gobert, he is what he is.
Trash.
Okay, he is what he is. He's great at what he does. In that series, because we were doing something where I know I couldn't sit back here. It might have been, was it on Friday? Or it was on Friday. So, I was back here just a little bit before we started the whole show and everything, and you kept pointing out, and I went back and I watched some highlights. In my opinion, the way Rudy was closing out and all of that, of course you want him to close out a little bit harder and chase people off the three-point line. But in that situation, that's a Quinn Snyder problem versus a Gobert problem. Because, again, and even in that little time, I was like, Ty Lue's out-coaching Quinn because Ty Lue forced Quinn's hand to take Gobert out. The same way that the Hawks forced Doc to take Ben Simmons out. You got to take him out. He's limited, right? Now, we know that both of these guys are extremely limited in what they do. So it's up to coaching to extrapolate every ounce that you can get when you can get it.
Outside of that, and I agree wholeheartedly with what you were saying, because I don't understand why Quinn just didn't put in somebody else. He could have, I can't think of the name now. He could have just went small with Clarkson, and
you could put Derek Favors at 5.
Derek Favors, he's a little slow-footed, but at least you can match him.
He's more mobile than
he's more mobile. But Gobert, we talked about the closeout. It is what it is. But everything else he didn't do.
Yep.
He couldn't catch the ball. He couldn't get rebounds. He wasn't boxing out. He wasn't blocking shots. It got to a point, FIFO, even when Lue didn't coach Gobert into those closeout situations, they were attacking him off the dribble.
Yep.
We're talking about the defensive player of the year, so they've been told or thought, getting chased. Getting attacked. They get the ball, they'll run a fucking pick and roll and look for the matchup.
And who, out of all people, who was attacking him the most?
Reggie? Reggie would light his ass up. Reggie.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Reggie Jackson play like this since OKC.
Me either.
Yeah.
Me either.
I haven't seen him this good. This nigga's reliable.
Yeah,
He's been on one. He's been on one.
For now.
You forgot how talented this motherfucker was. And you forget how, he's actually pretty tall and lengthy. I think.
Yeah, about 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
He got some size, and he still got enough quickness to get by the people he needs to get by.
He started Beverly.
They started Beverly, and they started Zubac. Somebody asked, I think they asked him how many minutes we in the game. 9 minutes, 45 seconds in the first quarter.
Why Beverly?
Defense.
Yep. That boy.
They don't. Yeah, Booker. They don't want that nigga to go off no more.
How long y'all think that's gonna last?
What, Booker?
And Beverly.
Well, here's the thing, Kat. It's not about.
Oh, I already know what you're gonna say. Well, I'm just asking a question.
A quarter.
As long as it works.
A quarter.
Okay.
It's gonna last a quarter. I think Ty Lue's gonna switch off. He gonna give him some Beverly, give him Morris, give him PG. He just gonna make sure he uncomfortable.
Because I know what that's what Beverly's out there to do.
Yeah.
Bump him, hold him, grab him.
Talk shit.
Yep. Just everything.
As much as possible.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Zubac is obviously an Ayton matchup. Ayton should light him up.
Honestly, Ayton is more of an X factor in this series to me than Booker. Because
why you say that?
Because Ayton should really dominate in the post. They should be able to feed Ayton whenever he should get a bucket. Well, if he's as talented as people say he is, especially coming out of that draft, Ayton should be a dog.
But he's a different type of big.
He's already affecting the shot.
He's affecting the shot, but
he gotta make that putback. But we've seen him do that in multiple. See, and there you go. There you go.
That's what I'm saying. They should be able to do that every time because I know Zubac is down there, but he can't bang with him and stuff like that, and they gotta expose that matchup.
He can bang with him. Mm-hmm. That's why he's starting, Nick. The difference is DeAndre Ayton's advantage against Zubac is quickness, getting down the court faster than him. Pick and roll situations, getting to the front of the rim off of that pick. When have we seen DeAndre Ayton just go bang?
That's what I'm saying.
Not his game.
He needs to show that.
No, why?
Chris Paul is out. Booker But
that's not his game, though, Nick.
He's more of a finesse big.
He is. He's a finisher.
I'm not saying like Shaq bang. I'm talking about like a Hakeem Olajuwon bang. Like,
no,
he ain't
got
that
skill.
He ain't got no.
He got a little mid-range jumper.
What is he good at then?
He got a little mid-range jumper. He can grab rebounds. He can
finish.
block shots.
So he has no post moves. You telling me he ain't got no post moves? Not like that.
He got a little bit of a hook.
I'm not saying Hakeem level. I'm just saying post moves.
He ain't even got a Embiid or Joker's level.
Nope.
But he got an offensive game. It's just not that old school.
So you basically saying he ain't getting an extension?
No, I think he will. I think he will.
Max.
He gonna get maxed out with limited.
Yes.
I also think it's
elite skill set. Huh?
Didn't Rudy?
At least Rudy was a fucking defense. He's an elite at one thing.
He's not. Rudy's not elite. We're gonna stop that now.
And Deandre Ayton is part of the reason why they're in the Western Conference Finals.
Nah, what he can watch. You gotta watch him, Nick.
Chris Paul is the reason why they're in the Western Conference Finals. Let's keep that a beam.
I said part of, not the reason.
The other part is Booker.
And
they
have a big three.
And after that is Monty Williams.
No. Wait, hold on, Nick. See, you.
They don't have a big three. They don't have a big three.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
If you're telling me that he can't do the simple shit of a big man as far as reliability when it comes to scoring, putback, and defense, then he's not a big three. Bro.
Nick, it's not how you do it.
Look at that.
It's that you do it. Is that you do?
He can do that. That's part of his game. He's a lot quicker than he looks.
Yes, he's a face-up big, Nick. He's not a back to the basket big. Face up. I'm gonna set a pick and I'm gonna go.
Can you set up a play for him like design play for a game winner? Is he a big three like that? Because if he ain't, then he ain't a big three. We using that term too loosely. If you can't set up a play for him,
you know the reason why.
Because they did that for Chris Paul.
You know the reason why he's a big three? Because if you take him off, they don't get this far. You take out CP, they don't get this far.
How long that's gonna last? You 2 fouls already.
You take out D Book, you don't get this far. You need all three of those guys playing.
But Ty Lue said, "Nigga, stay in. You ain't going nowhere." Booker don't like that. Them light skinned niggas don't like that contact.
I think he's a lot tougher than we give him credit for.
We'll see this. We're gonna see this game. Shit.
He tough. But yeah, we're gonna find out. He just can't get caught in the one-on-one shit.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give. You know what? I know I talked a lot of shit about.
All right, nah, don't do it now, nigga. Nah, don't do it. Wait till, if they win the game, you come back game 3 and say that.
Look, I'm just saying. I forgot he was a lottery pick at one point. The man has some talent. He would have got himself right. He was 14.
Hey, bro, lottery is top 5. You outside that, bro, you ain't a lottery pick.
But Ayton, man, like I criticize him a lot, but I actually fuck with Ayton coming out of Arizona.
When coming out of Arizona, I thought he was like, okay, they like him and Booker. I thought it was like inside outside, but the way y'all describing, the way I'm looking, I'm like, bro, they barely use the nigga.
I think it's just the way the offense is designed, but he gets his shot opportunities.
He's not 20-10. He's about 15-10.
He's 18-10 for the season.
I'm talking about the playoffs.
In the playoffs too, he's about 8.
He had a dominant first round. The second round was more about Chris Paul and Booker. I think he was more about 15-10.
I'm just trying to say, I just want. I had like, okay, he's supposed to be like FIFA tech. Like, that's supposed to be a big 3, and I'm saying, okay, then he should dominate this game specifically. Ayton should be the star player of this game.
No, Nick.
No, it's Booker.
Nick, let me ask you this: name me a big 3 where the third player was dominant.
The Brooklyn Nets. You asked the question, I gave it to you.
Give me another one.
You asked too many questions.
Because there ain't no other one. Big threes typically don't work that way, Nick. There's always a guy that doesn't always get to showcase or display everything in the bag.
I'm not saying dominate like he should be 25-10. I'm just saying as far as reliable.
But he's been reliable.
Like for the Heat.
So let me ask you.
That's why I asked you that specific game scenario. Like, if they need to win a game winner, can they play for him?
No.
Nobody
how many bigs are you running the game winner for?
I don't even think they really do that for Embiid that much.
They did that for Giannis.
They
did it for Embiid. They did, like, if you not to say he's that level, Embiid, but I'm just saying, like.
But Embiid's the best player on his team.
Yeah,
Giannis is the best player on his team. He's not the best player on his team.
They did game winners for Chris Bosh with the Heat.
When? What are you like? Look at Nick. If you're trying to take a one-off situation and make it the norm, then you're way the fuck off your roster.
I'm trying to gauge the value of.
So if there's 10 game winning scenarios, how many of them you giving to Chris Bosh?
2 at least.
Hell no.
You got LeBron and D Wade, and you telling me I'm going to Chris Bosh?
Because everybody's expecting LeBron and D Wade. Is that not smart?
No. What I'm doing
He's gotten the shot opportunities.
That's what I'm saying. You act like Chris Bosh is shit. He was a star.
But Ayton don't have Chris Bosh's game.
That and also you're gonna give the ball to LeBron and D Wade and be like, make the play. If it just so happens that he's open, then it just so happens. But the ball isn't.
But look.
Wait, hold on, okay. You're not putting the ball in Chris Bosh's hand and be like, oh, shit, go win the game, and you got LeBron.
You're right. I don't want to hate Ayton. I don't want to get into
I'm trying to get context. Who is this nigga?
He a top 5 big in the NBA.
Is that saying much?
That's saying a lot. And you top 5.
Maybe five bigs.
Embiid, Joker, Ayton. Will we go Bam? We throwing Bam in there and Cat?
Yeah.
You see how your confidence level, your voice went down.
When I went to
said
Bam.
Joker and Embiid.
Bam and Cat can be 4s, depending on
I think 3 to 5 is interchangeable though.
3 to 5 ain't shit because the bigs. There is no bigs. That's what I'm saying. Like, is he top? Is he guaranteed top 3?
I think. But remember, we went through a period where there were like a resurgence of bigs. Embiid, Cat. We got Joker. Ayton was one of those guys. So
they letting him play.
He rebounds well. He's really effective in his role and what he does.
I get effective, but is he reliable? That's all.
He's reliable. He's a lot more reliable than I initially thought.
You know what word is interchangeable with this reliable word he's throwing out? Consistent. DeAndre Ayton has been consistent. The majority of last year was consistent in the bubble. Was consistent all year this year. Yes, he's consistent. He's reliable. When you need him to do his job, he gonna do his job.
Yeah, I thought that first round against the Lakers was a fluke. I thought it was just because everybody was hurt. But the way he played Joker,
that was the test.
Yeah. Joker still got his, but Joker's like,
We don't boys said they want us to talk about this. The Doc Rivers is overrated.
You're trying to wait on Shelton.
That's what I'm saying. Shelton, the Philly fan.
Yeah.
Let's just come back to it.
All right. What else do we got to talk about? They letting these motherfuckers play for real.
They did that a little too much in that Game 7. But they also did that in what was the other Game 7? Oh, Brooklyn and the Bucks. I mean, the Nets and the Bucks. They let them play a lot too.
Well, let's talk about Giannis then. How the Nets and the Bucks series ended. You want to start it off, people?
I'll start it off. Look,
that's your man.
Look what?
Hey, look at he wearing the colors too.
He always wear the colors when he always wear the colors when he know he wrong.
Now, look. I'm not wrong about Giannis.
What do you mean you're not wrong?
I'm not wrong on Giannis.
What are you?
Giannis still has to develop a lot. Were you not to be the closer of that team?
Let me be specific. Were you not impressed by that win, that Game 7?
I was more impressed by KD.
So you were not impressed at all with Giannis' performance?
There's a certain expectation level of Giannis now, right? In my opinion, my expectation level of Giannis, when we're looking from a number perspective, 25 plus, 12 plus rebounds, 4 plus assists. Mm-hmm. He hits that. I'm not that and Giannis
he overseeded that though.
But how much did he get in that game?
He had like 40. He damn near had a triple double.
It's a damn good game. Look, he had a damn good game, but I still don't believe that the way Giannis plays as the best player on his squad, and the way that they're constructed, that's gonna win the championship.
This is his stats.
Go ahead.
In that Game 7. Mm-hmm. He had 40 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists. Mm-hmm. He was 15 of 24 from the field goal, and he was 2 for 6 from 3-point.
That's decent.
That's more than decent, bro.
That's decent.
That's more
and he
than
had the
decent,
game tying shot over KD in OT. I I said that I give win or lose, Giannis did what he needed to do that game. He did that shit, and I really didn't expect him to go out and really play the way he did. Like,
let me ask you this: is it reliable?
Yes. What do you mean? What do you mean? Reliable as far as what? His shooting or his?
I know his limitations as far as the jumpers and everything else.
His production
that stuff
is
still there, but I think his production is reliable. Do I rely on him to hit a game time shot every time? No, but I like the fact that he took it.
Yes. So I give him that over Ben, right? Like, I give him the I'll take this shit because you daring me and I'm not no punk motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right? I give Giannis that. And I never said that Giannis, and whenever I call him trash, it's very hyperbolous. Giannis is not trash, but Giannis, his talent. Giannis's talent demands that we put him on the same level of KD, LeBron, and the other greats. And until he can reliably make a turnaround jump shot, reliably give him the ball. It's been 2 minutes. Everybody's been on the drought. I need you to get us a bucket. Reliably, consistently. Until he gets to that, he still hasn't proven that to me.
For me, Giannis.
Because let's be honest. If James Harden or Kyrie was 100%, the Nets would have beat them boys in 6.
That's anybody,
we know.
That's anybody. Who? What team, when healthy against the Nets, they would beat them in a 7-game series?
But
I'm asking you. I'm just asking.
But it should be the Bucks. 2-time MVP.
No. Because if we're not even thinking LeBron and AD can beat them, why would I think the Bucks could?
Have you ever seen anything like Giannis?
Let me ask you a question. I'll ask you yours. Do you think a healthy Lakers squad going against a healthy Nets squad, who wins that 7 games?
I think the Nets win against.
Okay, so then why are you so hard on Giannis?
Because they had 2 of their top 3 players out. 2,
Harden
and it's still in 7.
They always had 2 of their top 3 players in the series. They've always had that.
Who?
The Nets. Either it was KD and Harden or KD and Kyrie.
Harden might as well have not played. What did he do that changed?
But he did play.
He impacted the game.
He impacted the game.
He just couldn't impact it as much as he normally would.
He couldn't even hit open threes.
That's him. That has nothing to do with what does that have to do with anything?
The point that I'm making is that this was the easiest path, and it still took him every single game. The easiest path. There's no LeBron. KD ain't got none of his sidekicks. Joel Embiid and them is out. You're a 3 seed that has home court advantage now in the finals.
What's the critique, FIFO?
That's what I'm saying. What are you saying?
The critique is the skill set still doesn't
right.
match.
But he got past with the skill set he has.
And that's why I don't think he's going to win a championship.
So you don't have them winning?
No.
You don't have them beating the Hawks?
No.
All I'm saying is, in Game 7, I fully expect. I did pick the Bucks. I think you and I picked the Bucks in the chat to win that game. I felt like Giannis was going to show up. I felt like if it was close, anything could happen. And they had really played, and of course, Harden was limited. No Kyrie. So I'm going to go with the healthier team. I did not expect Giannis to play above what he normally does in terms of his skill set. And what I mean by that, specifically just one stretch, is when he hit 7 straight free throws. That is a superstar elevating his game in a critical moment where his team needed him.
And on top of that, look at the context of that. The crowd was there and they was harassing the fuck out of Giannis through every free throw.
Right.
Because I think, didn't he say that he counts down in his head?
I don't know.
And I think that's why they kept on counting out loud. And shit like, I think he said that in some article or some shit. You know how New Yorkers are. They'll find up anything. Every trip, there's so much pressure. Not only is it a Game 7, but everybody wants, you're on the road.
Mm-hmm.
He exceeded my expectations. I didn't think, granted, I thought once it went into overtime, it was going to be a wrap. And to be honest, they were 2 inches away from KD's foot from ending that series.
That was a hell of a shot, man.
However, the basketball guys say Giannis got this. I think they breezed to the finals. I'm not gonna say it's a sweep, but they're gonna get out the East.
But to FIFO's point, can I rely on that? Giannis is still Giannis.
Giannis is reliable to me.
I mean, in terms of filling the box score and stat production, yes. But in terms of the skill set, that's still underdeveloped. And I give him credit. He takes it. He works on it. He just can't execute it at all times in the game. I think it's enough to get them to the finals versus the Hawks. Is it enough to win a title depending on who they play, the Suns or the Clippers? I don't know.
I'll put it to you like this, right? Let's say they get past the Hawks. If Kawhi comes back and it's a partial ACL tear, and we know how Kawhi is, he's like, if he's not 100%.
He ain't coming back.
Is that official?
Yeah, it's a partial ACL.
He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back.
But everybody's optimistic. Kawhi even said he might come back in the finals. So I don't know.
He's saying that because he's betting on the Clippers. He's trying to make sure that motherfucker points.
But let's say they play Phoenix, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drew Holiday is not gonna be able to take out D-Book or CP. They're both gonna pretty much get what they want. Now, is it gonna be more difficult? Yes. Phoenix doesn't have a direct Giannis guy, right? So, in my opinion, if I'm Phoenix, let Giannis do whatever the fuck he wants because he's not going to be able to beat us single-handedly.
Middleton is going to be an issue for Phoenix.
They're not. Mm-hmm. They got multiple bodies to throw at Chris Middleton.
You know what I'm saying? Middleton, as far as like, you can't just let Giannis do whatever.
Yes, you can.
Because Middleton.
Oh, he's going to get his.
Yeah. Out of everybody, Giannis is the one that's going to get his against Phoenix.
I'm not saying Middleton is going to be like Devin Booker throughout the series. I'm just saying like Middleton is going to get hot enough to where it's like we just can't let this nigga get hot. But just, like you said to your philosophy.
But if you're focusing your defense on taking away Chris Middleton, they're hot. Chris Middleton doesn't have enough skill to overcome double teams like that.
Not only.
What did they call that?
They call that on man?
They called it on Booker.
What was it, offensive foul?
Yeah.
He went straight up.
Oh, they talking about the elbow to the face.
But he went straight up.
That's what they said.
But he went straight up.
Hold on, we got super chats. Chris, shout out to you, bro. What do y'all think about Zion's family wanting him out of New Orleans?
I feel it.
We'll talk about that.
Hold on, let's answer that. I feel his family. I want Zion out of New Orleans too. The way that organization is being ran, man, it looks like second rate. That's a tough shot.
That is. They can't let him get confidence. We saw what he did to the Jazz. But you see how Ayton came out?
I think it's interesting that Giannis wants out of New Orleans, or his family does. I think that's
face up big.
I said, I'm like, bro, I said, like, if but he got to show up this game. I said he got to show up this game. Booker ain't going to score like he did.
No. But you were talking about he should be back to the basket. Everybody has a different skill set. He's a face up big.
I said he doesn't have to do that. I said he needs to do something. He needs to be dominant regardless.
But he's been dominant. He's been doing something.
He ain't been dominant. He's been good. Y'all just said he's been good. Has he been dominant? Ken, you said he good the first round. Everybody was good first round. Second round, he was like, whatever.
Look at him. He dominates at his position. Yeah. Like, that's something Shaq would do. Oh, somebody let him get loose. But
No. The Clippers, all they do is they stick around.
Yeah. He 10-4 already, first quarter.
And he's made a couple of good passes, too.
He got to me, he got to score 30 this game.
Nah,
that's too much.
What you mean it's too much? He dominating. That's a dominant game.
He not featured like that though, Nick. Like
I don't know how to gauge what y'all trying to tell me. Y'all saying he dominant, but then y'all saying asking for 30 is too much.
Nick. The thing is, there's certain players on certain teams that aren't going to get more than 10 to 12 shots. Deandre Ayton, by design, he's going to get 8 to 10. He gets to 12 because he gets 2 offensive rebounds. He's one of those guys that they're not going to replace him.
He's going to get at least 12. They're going to feed him.
He could get 30 in this game. I'm just saying that
he has to get 30 to win the game.
I don't think so.
Nah, he didn't have to do that last time. But I think what he's gonna do.
Last time Booker went off.
Yeah, Booker went off. So what I think is gonna happen is he is going to be more of an offensive threat, and that's gonna cause Lou to have to make some adjustments.
I don't think Lou's gonna switch it up. I think he's fine with
Cam Johnson.
They're not getting the open threes. So Lou is definitely taking away those threes and those corner threes that Bridges is always open on. And they're living with dribble penetration.
I think they're living with Ayton. Because all he's doing is he's tuning them to death. Morris love that turnaround spin, bro.
Look at the box out. Look at the box out. Rudy Gobert don't do that shit. Rudy just stand there.
Zion ain't going nowhere. He gonna be in New Orleans unless they move to Seattle or Vegas. So all that shit the family talking about, it don't matter.
Nah, what do you mean?
It don't matter.
How it don't matter?
What
did it matter with AD?
Yes, because AD was on his last couple years of his contract, so he was gonna either leave, walk away, or they could trade for him.
What have we seen in the last 2 to 3 years of the NBA, especially? Players have all the leverage regardless of however many years on their contract.
I doubt that.
How many years does James Harden have on his contract?
Good pump fake.
How many years is what? James Harden is different. He's a superstar.
What the fuck is Zion?
Zion's not a superstar.
If Zion wants out, they're gonna trade him, bro. The player has.
They have like 3 years left on his.
Why does the team have the leverage?
They have the 5th year option as well. They got him for 4 years essentially.
And if Zion says, "I'm not re-upping here,"
okay, that's fine. We got 3 years to worry about that.
Here's the thing: he's not gonna get traded on the rookie deal. I say this all the time. Young stars are rarely ever gonna get traded on the rookie deal.
We got at least 2 years left. Then.
I understand that. But do you know why they're not going to get traded on his rookie deal? You can't get equal compensation. What type of player are you going to get that makes $3 million a year that's comparable to Zion? You're not. So at the end of the day, Zion still has the leverage because I'm not going to re-up. What are you going to do? You're going to have to trade me. Maybe not right now. Yes, he's on his rookie deal. But if Zion doesn't want to be in New Orleans, he won't be in New Orleans.
He's gonna be in New Orleans for the next 2 to 3 years. So
I'm just saying when his contract is up.
We'll worry about that later. But him saying this shit now ain't gonna change nothing.
What do you mean? It lays the foundation to let them motherfuckers know, bro. I'm not coming back. So do whatever y'all need to do. Get more draft picks. Draft younger players because when my time is up, I'm not re-signing. Now here's the thing. I think what's curious is. And I can't see any human being doing it, especially if you're drafted by that team and you're eligible for a supermax, is not sticking to your guns and saying, I'm not signing that, and leaving about 50 to 60 million on the table.
That to me is more intriguing than him saying, than you saying the whole, I'm going to re-sign, but then I want to do a sign and trade. No. It's too complicated.
I don't think it's going to be no sign and trade situation. I think that Zion is going to be in a very peculiar situation because he's going to be one of the very few young players in the NBA to be able to make that money up off the court. So are you willing to leave that money on the table? I think that's the most interesting thing. Now, I don't think it's going to happen because that's a lot of money to make up, bro.
That's generational money.
You know what I'm saying? Just the money that you're leaving on the table. We're not even talking about everything else. But if he's willing to leave that on the table, I guarantee you, I'm not going to say it's going to be trendy, but the next big-time player that's not happy in their situation, they're going to leave that same money on the table.
We got some super chats. Sam 6 Real Estate. If Giannis wins a ring, he'll be top 25 all time. I would agree with that. Drink more water. No skill. Giannis with 33, 14 and 2, 34, 12 and 3, 34, 12 and 4. 30, 17 and 3, and 40, 13 and 5 after going down 0-2. Giannis impacts winning basketball if you like it or not. Those numbers are ridiculous. Timothy, it's okay to give people their credit when they shine. I agree. Sam 6 Real Estate again says for Giannis, Bill Russell, Shaq, Wilt are his comparisons. None of those guys were the go-to last shot guys, but the greatest and most dominant. All right, as we caught up. What was that, Sheldon?
Mm-hmm.
He dragging his feet to come talk to us now. Let's talk about the Hawks real quick before we talk about Philly.
You didn't get it? Okay.
Nate McMillan deserves a lot of praise. Nate McMillan has been in the league for, I feel like, as a coach, probably more than 10, 15 years. Going to, I guess, what is this? Is this his first conference finals? Probably. For what he's done in Atlanta, hey, he should be coach of the year.
Well, remember, coach of the year is regular season.
I don't give a damn. We gotta. I agree with Q. We gotta do these awards at the end of the. We should do them at the end of the year instead of at the end of the regular season. Because if we want to talk about who we really give a fuck in totality.
My bad, y'all on the chat. Damn, I didn't know. Shout out to Q. Appreciate you, bro.
These motherfuckers, bro. I think. I don't know how far the Hawks can get, but if they get to the NBA Finals, we all gotta go. We all gotta go.
Well, I don't know how deep your pockets is.
No, I'm just saying. That's why I said we gotta in Game 3 if they up 2-1 in the series, we gotta buy the tickets then.
Cause, bruh, like looking at these Eastern Conference Finals games, I can only imagine what the finals is gonna be. So
it's the finals in Atlanta though.
I feel you. You know
that's history.
The way my bank account's set up.
I'm the same way. I'm gonna take out I'm gonna have to sell a kidney.
Okay, so let me try to reform.
Because that one definitely we're gonna be in the nosebleeds if we go.
Shit, I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, it's just Nick. I would have to say them tickets probably like where we like to sit is gonna be $800 plus per ticket.
God damn.
Yes,
bro, it's like $400 or $500 now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be at home,
and that's double what we paid. So it seems like it's gonna be close to double every round it goes.
Check your email now.
Just got it.
All right, cool.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Super chats, hey, we appreciate y'all. Help us, sponsor us. We might have to start GoFundMe, bro.
You might have to.
I'll do that shit for real now. Don't be playing.
Hey, start it now.
Y'all know me.
Get us to the finals. But all right, now since we got Sheldon in here, but yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the Hawks. They're not getting covered enough. Everybody talking about Philly's implosion instead of the
always
Hawks.
do.
that's what I was gonna say. A lot of times you see people talking about what didn't happen instead of what did, and they deserve the credit for the way they played.
Exactly.
And also, Trae Young deserves the credit of an ascending superstar.
Yes,
this man did average 30 points and 10 assists.
You know what? Remember we were arguing about stars and superstars and all stars?
Uh-huh.
It's funny, I was listening to First Take yesterday, and Magic was like, Trae Young a superstar. He's not a star anymore. He said somebody else, a superstar, not a star anymore. It's funny. That's what I was saying. He didn't say all-star. He said star. Magic.
No, he said somebody else too.
I forgot the second person he named, but he was talking about Trae Young. He was just naming some of the young guys.
Probably Booker. I think because they.
Yeah, Booker. Yeah, he said Devin Booker is a superstar.
Him and Steven, they
He's
said
not a star.
Booker's
We had a debate about star versus all-star. I always thought it was star, superstar, star, then all-star.
So all right, so let's talk about Philly. What's up, Sheldon? How you doing?
I'm alright.
You good?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I told y'all a couple episodes ago I gave up on Philly.
As a franchise in general?
Yeah. I was really Ben Simmons fan.
Okay, so then let's talk about
It's even worse. Even
Let's
worse.
talk about your boy
That's
then.
just true. Like I said, I was a Ben Simmons fan since LSU.
Okay.
That's what got me on the Philly bandwagon to begin with. Was Ben Simmons.
So who do you feel like that loss is on the most, Ben or Doc?
It's 60-40 Ben. Well, actually it's more than that because all of them take blame. Joel takes some blame. Tobias takes some blame. So, but it's still more on Ben than Doc. Because Doc can't go out there and shoot basketball.
You let Magic Johnson speak for you.
Magic said that too?
Yeah.
It's true. Doc can't go out there and play. I mean,
Can he coach?
Yeah.
What else was he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Make adjustments. He got
Ben Simmons out. That was a hell of an adjustment.
No. That's not the adjustment I'm talking about. The Seth Curry versus Herter.
Mm-hmm.
Herter was playing like Jason Williams.
They ran
Seth Curry
for
like.
But they ran double teams to Huter.
Why was not all the time.
But it's not like.
And it was already too late. The bleeding already stopped. Once Doc switched, who he switched on? What's his name? Thibault.
Yeah,
he switched Thibault on him. Then Herter calmed down. But up until that point, bro, Herter was looking like like he was white chocolate.
But see, here's the thing about that. Not that I see a lot of times, even in the chat when we talking about certain people stepping up. We talked about this before. Even Cameron Payne. These are all NBA players. I don't care if we talked about Terrence Mann. Like Terrence Mann beat them. Yes, he did. He's an NBA player. Any of these guys are capable of doing those things. These guys, my brother was talking to me about that too. He was saying, bruh, he was like, and then I saw the same thing that he said. I saw Paul George say later as well. He said these guys are shooting 1,000 shots a day. It's not impossible for them to score 40 points.
Was that Miles Bridges?
I don't know who the hell. No, that wasn't Miles.
Was that Torrey Craig? Gotta be Torrey Craig.
It was Torrey Craig.
Yeah. Miles, he don't miss from that corner.
Miles don't miss.
Yeah. But
okay, I hear that, and it's true. But fuck all that. Terrence Mann cannot fucking beat you. There's a reason why they leave that guy open.
He had 49.
He had 39 points.
Or was it 49?
He had
39 points. He matched Donovan Mitchell. I'm sorry, at some point, you gotta be like, look, we gotta get him back to being Terrence Mann.
But you said something about somebody. I can't remember what game it was, but you said that ain't gonna last.
Yeah, probably was.
It wasn't him or somebody, but you were absolutely right. That's the same law of averages you think on this level too. Just like with the Hawks with the Huter thing, you think, let me stick with Trae. I'm not gonna put too much focus on this.
Oh, and I get it.
Trae is my guy.
Yeah.
If we stop Trae, we got a better chance. If we stop Huter, Trae gonna go off.
But at some point, you gotta slow Huter down to get him back to, because his confidence was way too high, and that was the thing about Terrence Mann. Confidence was way too high. FIFO, everybody say basketball is confidence.
Yeah.
And once his confidence was high, and he realized, Shelton, that, oh shit, I am an NBA player.
Right.
I can do this.
And this nigga little as fuck.
It's a wrap.
He was easily just shooting over him. My thing is with Doc,
He ain't gonna be in long. You gotta make that. They giving you that.
Damn, Boogie.
Oh, Terrence think he the guy now.
Good shot, Rondo.
Hey, I told you the Clippers, they just stick around.
Don't stop. Oh,
They just stick around.
What you was gonna say?
I thought he was about to hype up Rondo.
Oh, you already know Rondo's top 10 PG all time to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
He playing good in this
Two-time
NBA
NBA champion, was a part.
But I think
Every team he's been on, he's basically.
You better than CP?
If you ask me, are you talking about me objectively or personally? Personally, I'd rather have him than CP.
Pain.
But objectively, CP.
See, that's pain. You gotta once you catch, like, you gotta know he's.
I say personally, I'd rather have him. Now, objectively,
he's never been the main guy on any team.
I was gonna say, what can
he doesn't
do?
need to be.
But what can he do that CP can't do? Because I can tell you what CP can do that he can't do.
He can play. Honestly, I like his floor general better than CP.
We.
That's me.
Why?
It is you.
Because I've seen, just like Chris Paul, we can say something about Chris Paul. He improves the teams that he's on. It's playoff Rondo. He got a nickname too, but his is more obviously more solidified. And plus, I've been watching him since. Again, this is me. That's why I can't really justify it because objectively, obviously, you say Chris Paul, but I just rather have Rondo than Chris Paul.
I understand. Look, at the end of the day, I named a whole bunch of players that I would take over Giannis, but I have my reasons.
Yeah.
What are your like? I don't hear.
I just said that I think he's a better floor general than Chris Paul.
You mean now, or do you mean?
Period.
Yeah, no. Because even now he plays spot minutes. He.
Yeah, because he's
Rondo's not even
I think he's older. He's older than Chris Paul.
Even on this.
Nah, CP was drafted before Rondo.
I'm talking about age-wise.
If he was drafted before him, then
because you drafted before him, you're older. I mean, you typically.
I think he is older.
I thought Rondo came out
with Boogie. CP came out a year or two.
Good shot.
Nah, he didn't come out with Boogie.
Back to the Sixers.
Rondo
didn't come out with Boogie.
Oh yeah, that's John Wall.
Yeah. So back to the Sixers. So, my observation from that game, outside of X's and O's, and I said it in the chat, is that Philly plays with no joy. They rarely cheer each other on.
Mm-hmm.
Your part.
They don't talk to each other. There's like, it's just business. Like when you look at the Suns, and this is where I picked it up. When I look at the Suns, I look at how happy Ayton is, regardless of what's going on. Everybody's cheering. Same thing happened with the Clippers. They were cheering on Terrence Mann and stuff like that.
Right.
Like when you look at all these things, man. But Philly, it wasn't any of that. It was just like, man, what? Like they just show up to go to work. They don't have any type of chemistry, and it shows.
You think it's Doc's fault though?
I don't think that's Doc's fault. I think
it's
because Doc inherited this team from that.
He didn't inherit. He wanted to go there.
He did want to
go there. He said that he was going to quit basketball coaching. Well, let's stop acting like we don't know what the fuck he said. He said he did not want to coach basketball. Then he looked at Philly and was like, oh, I could do something with that roster. And what did I say coming into that next day? I was like, what the fuck has Doc Rivers improved? When has he ever helped anybody develop?
About that though, but when a team, what I'm saying is, if this team has been together and they've won on each other, Joel may be tired of Ben, and Ben could have been tired of Joel.
Well, then that's Doc's. What is the one thing that people praise Doc for? His team management, how he manages players and shit like that. Well, then shit, you can't manage two young players.
Not all the time. And some players are unmanageable. Some players
in one season
just don't work.
In one season, we just now are gonna say Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid are unmanageable because Doc can't get it right.
Dang, Rondo.
And Rondo's balling right now.
But see, this is where at some point y'all gonna be like, all right. Like
let them. They sticking around. They keeping it under 5. That's all you got to do. The Suns was going. Their hot streak is going to end. But no,
the Suns hot streak.
Yeah, they cool off. The game is a game.
No, that's their offense. That's not hot. That's not a hot streak.
No, I'm saying like their run that they're on right now is going to end.
I think it looks like the Clippers are more on a run than.
I don't see.
Look like the Clippers trying to hang around, but the Suns are kind of running their. offense.
No, the Clippers are trying to hang around. The Suns are hot right now. I'm saying they
I think the Suns hot streak is going to end. I mean, the Clippers' hot streak is going to end. Rondo just made 3 back-to-back threes in a row.
That's just Rondo. He clutched, though. You can't expect that from
him.
So he going to make something happen.
Slide it that way, so. You see that?
What?
The camera.
Oh, what about?
Turn it this way, so.
What, you want to get in? Nigga, move.
Screen.
We looking right at you.
I had to slide all the way to the end.
Oh, well, push the couch down a little bit. I did move it. I'll change moving some more. My back fucked up. I can't be getting up like this.
Are you?
I forgot.
Are you checking the?
Yeah.
Tickle K said Q lost. Fuck the process. Pat the Don. Have y'all talked about why you think KD doesn't get criticized like LeBron does for not being quote unquote successful in the playoffs? We them boys.
That is very, very good.
We them boys says build around Embiid ? What happens when he's injured? Sixers are in trouble.
No, they're not in trouble.
Huh?
They're not in trouble.
But they need to make adjustments, and we can't forget that they were a number 1 seed, so they weren't. You can't say Doc did a horrible job.
I didn't say Doc was not brought in to just give Philly the number 1 seed in the regular season.
That's huge.
Doc was not brought in.
He was brought in to win a title.
He was
point blank.
Not even that. He was brought in to move them higher than where they've been.
To move the needle.
Brett Brown.
Wait, what? You got to explain that. Then.
Higher than they've been. They've only been to the second round, and they stopped at the second round for the last 3 to 4 years, right? He was hired to be like, all right, you're gonna help us get to the Eastern Conference Finals because this team is talented enough to at least compete in the Eastern Conference Finals.
You stopping there? I was saying title.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't think Philly. I mean, with the Nets there, I didn't think Philly was gonna get past.
I think
the Nets.
That's what I'm saying. That's going to be a problem.
I didn't think it was going to be like, you can't say, oh, Philly's going to the title.
But the Bucks just beat the Nets.
But that's because the Nets were.
Yeah, that's because the Nets was.
I know, but they would have got the same injured team.
Yeah, no, they would have, but they still wouldn't have beat KD and whatever the fuck they would have had. If they can't get past the fucking Hawks, they not beating KD in the Nets. So that's my thing. Is like, bruh, Doc was brought in to at least get y'all to the Eastern Conference Finals. In a year like FIFO said, where there's no Kawhi, there's no LeBron, there's injuries galore all over the whole fucking throughout the playoffs. This was your opportunity. You had the Hawks in hand. What's easier? The Bucks, FIFO said, was gifted the injury-riddled Nets. The Sixers were gifted a young, shouldn't really be here team in the Atlanta Hawks.
And injured too.
And somewhat, well, they just got healthy during the playoffs.
Well, Bogdan's been out.
Yeah,
Cam Reddish is out with injury.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Hunter is out too.
Yeah, Bogdan didn't even
So
play.
even better, a hurt young team
with
ill experience, let alone a Game 7 experience, and you can't close it out by being up I got some stats for y'all about Doc. I got some things. I will say this, in Doc's first season with the Sixers, he did break a few.
Did y'all see Josh Smith talking about Doc?
Oh yeah, I did. We gonna talk about that. Doc Rivers did break a few NBA records. He's got 9 Game 7 losses.
Yeah.
He's got 29 losses in series clinching games. He's also blown 11 playoff series lead when he's ahead. And he's lost consecutive games while holding an 18-plus lead. Back-to-back playoffs.
That's crazy.
Come on,
that is crazy. And I was going to say, those are the reasons why this looks so bad. If you take that stuff out of the equation, to me, this wasn't a bad year. I feel like the team came in first place, and they dealt with injuries too. They dealt with a lot of bull.
Joel was out 20-plus games.
That's what I'm saying, and they still ended up in first place in the East. That wasn't nothing to sneeze at.
With a healthy Milwaukee, what injuries did Milwaukee really deal with? The big man, what's his name?
Splash Mountain.
Yeah, Splash Mountain was out for a little bit, but come on, he not a major contributing factor like that for them to win and lose.
It ain't like losing Embiid.
Exactly.
And I thought Doc did a pretty good job of hiding the fact that Ben was trash.
He didn't hide. How did you say he hide the fact when we all
talking about throughout the season or the playoffs?
Season.
Okay.
Playoffs you couldn't hide.
No one gives a fuck
about
hide
in the playoffs.
No one gives a fuck about the season.
Well, he was good in the regular season. He fell apart in the playoffs. That's what I think if I'm looking at Doc, I'm definitely looking at the way he handled Ben Simmons, and he was okay with Ben being Ben. He said it on multiple occasions. So then you get to the playoffs. Get to the playoffs.
Wait, hold on.
Now let Kim finish this point.
You get to the playoffs, and all of a sudden you don't like Ben being Ben.
He didn't say that he didn't like Ben being Ben.
What did he say?
He didn't say that. Actions speak louder than words. The words that came out of his mouth was to not to what happened to Ben Simmons when he made that pass when he was under the rim with Trae Young coming at him. If Doc Rivers would have spoke the truth to the media, that would have happened sooner.
Yeah.
And it would have been way worse. So Doc was doing his Jedi coaching trick that all coaches got to do. In the public, I got to sing your praises.
Player management.
Back here, what the fuck did you do?
Hold on.
We talked about calling it
I
earlier.
understand that. But right now, Ken, you can't just go off script that fucking far.
Then why did he say?
Because the season's over.
When they asked him,
because the season's over.
Why are you switching up if the season? You're still the head coach of that team.
Because look, and that's why I said actions.
You ain't got to protect him right now.
Exactly.
Now ain't the time to protect him.
And even before that, wait. Nick, he stopped protecting them even before that press conference. Where was Ben Simmons the last 2.5 minutes of the game?
On the bench.
What did Doc say before this series happened? If you put Ben Simmons on the bench, you don't know basketball. That's protecting Ben.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, as a coach, you the player forced my hand to put you on this fucking bench because you're shooting 30-some% from the free throw line. In addition to that, you 6'10" and you not even trying to dunk over Trae. You got to be on the bench.
And you have to think about some of that stuff, and I ain't saying it ain't Doc's fault because I agree with you. It's Doc's fault too. But some of it, I think sometimes, could it be what Doc's instructions were? You get some instructions before you go out there.
Do you hear what I'm hearing?
You don't think so?
How are you going to say in the beginning of the series, if we put Ben on the bench, you don't know basketball. But then you put Ben on the bench, and, to me, it's just Ben was average from game 4 to 7. From game 4 to 7, he did not take a shot in the fourth quarter. Ty Lue, in back-to-back series, has made coaching adjustments to win the fucking series. Not even just to compete, but win. With injuries, to his best player. But Doc somehow, some way is basically talking out of his ass both ways.
This is a good defense.
What the fuck are we talking? Why are we protecting Doc? Doc ain't shit.
Like I said,
nobody's protecting Doc anymore.
Doc Ben ain't shit. Doc is the most overrated head coach in NBA history.
Yeah, I just try to think about how did he get to that point. Because I do understand that basketball, just like anything else, is a business. And you can be instructed, okay, I want you to coach this team and I want you to make this team better. But Ben and Joel are our guys. That's who we're riding with. If you're instructed to do that,
so then how are you going to go from 0 to 60 saying when they ask you, is Ben Ben gonna be out. Can you see him winning a title for y'all as y'all lead point guard? Well, I don't know about that.
But let me ask you, was that?
And if
hold on, let me ask you though. Was he lying?
Nigga, for us, no, he was not. But if you're talking about how Ben Simmons has always been coddled, and then you're on top of that, you're saying that Doc Rivers has to protect his players throughout the season. He's been protecting Ben. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, when Ben is probably at his lowest, when everybody is slandering him, literally right after that game, you're going to make a comment like that? How does that help you? How does that help your star player?
That helps your star player because the person that is supposed to know you most is saying everything that everybody else is saying.
Doc don't know him the most. Doc just got there.
But he's been there the whole year. You act like he just got there and took over just for the playoffs.
Is Doc saying anything that we don't know about? Did Doc say anything that we didn't know about 2-3 years ago? Did Doc say anything new that I've been saying on this damn platform for the last 2-3 years?
And that's why he said what he said. So
he's saying the obvious. That's not shit.
No, but Nick, you have to understand that he wasn't saying the obvious. And now he said the obvious. It wasn't the reason for saying the obvious. Because the nigga had to bench him. And then not only did he have to bench him, Ben Simmons is out of his fucking mind. He's 6'11" and didn't want to dunk on a nigga that's 5'11". What Nick, the question was the type of championship team that you're trying to build here in Philly. Do you see Ben Simmons leading that?
He should have said.
I don't have the answer because if he was, we would have been in the fucking conference finals.
You pissed.
That's the thing that doesn't make sense. So he's literally because he's throwing Ben under the bus by saying that. He's literally
Ben threw himself under the bus.
Yeah, he was already.
There was nothing else Doc can do to protect that man, dog.
Yes, there was.
No, why? No, whoa. You know why? And this is why I have issues sometimes with Nick. You want the shit both ways. If Doc would have came out here, Ben's our guy. We love Ben. He's our superstar. He's our second best player. Doc is crazy as hell. Why is Doc saying that type shit? Not Nick, bro. You can't have that shit both ways, dog.
Out of anybody who's saying bullshit, it's not me. Let's keep that a bean, because I've been saying the same shit for the last 2-3 years.
No.
You had your chance.
I understand what you're saying about Ben. But what you saying about Doc? What
I said about Doc is this. Doc made no fucking adjustments.
Nick, I'm not talking the series. I'm talking about the question that was asked to Doc. Is Ben Simmons the type of point guard for this championship team in Philly? I can't answer that right now.
He should have said.
What should he have said?
He should have said Ben Simmons is a part of our organization and we see him as being a part of our future as well. He should have left it like that.
No, you know why?
Why?
Because Ben Simmons needs to know that all of this pressure and all of this outside noise just isn't outside no more, bruh. Ben Simmons put himself in that situation.
So you saying Ben Simmons, who's playing for the Philadelphia 76ers, doesn't know the outside noise until just now? That's what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is obviously everybody hears the outside noise. What I'm saying is that now it's inside noise. It's no longer just outside.
Let me tell you about something. I've been listening to Bomani Jones' podcast. The Right Time. I think the one of the last Friday ones he had Foxworth, whatever the nigga on ESPN get up and shit. Dominique Foxworth. Yeah, shout out to them. I forgot what dude he said, but there was a reporter that said the only time I go after head coaches is when they talk shit about players off the record. You know what I'm saying? They don't say it basically on the record. Like how we're saying Doc said on the record. He said, and the only head coach he really goes at is Doc Rivers. Because behind closed doors, Doc Rivers is passive aggressive. That's why you see Josh Smith coming out talking shit. That's why you saw PG when Doc left was talking shit. That's why you see a lot of people during the times when the Clippers was when he was with the Clippers, you saw all those little headlines, rumors about Kawhi showing up late, doing this, that, and the third. Doc Rivers is not doing anybody any favors by talking shit, because he always talking shit. The thing I hate about Doc Rivers is that he don't never back up his shit. He talk all this shit, get all this praise for what? He ain't done shit. He ain't helped nobody. Ken even said it. He said we gonna let Ben Simmons be Ben Simmons. Brett Brown was coaching the Sixers, letting that shit happen, and he got fired for it. So why the fuck are you bringing in that same philosophy that got the last coach fired, that didn't even get you past the second round again?
So why do you have an issue when Doc went the other way that Brett Brown didn't go?
What do you mean?
So when Doc says, hey,
I don't know,
why do you have an issue with that then?
I have an issue because you're the head coach. All that criticism shit, you usually leave that in the locker room. Cause he
didn't criticize him. He didn't criticize him. The question was,
what does that say about? What does that say? What does that statement say? If
that statement says that if Ben Simmons was the player everybody thought Ben Simmons was, we would have won this game.
Is that not criticism? I'm asking you a question.
That's honesty.
Oh, okay. So we playing semantics now. Let me go. Let's read the super chats.
Let's
read the super chats. You got it up.
I was trying to get it to come up.
Oh, he talking shit to the Clippers.
It won't work. What's going on?
All right, Book. You don't be.
Tickalo Kane said, "Y'all want that MAGA Tickalo? I got either ready." I don't know what he talking about in the chat. Tickle also says Stevens flipping Kemba got more wins than Philly.
Dang, Book, get your head in the game. You out there fouling motherfuckers and shit.
Tickle also said me, Q, and Nick need to debate my birthday, Labor Day. What else we got? Drink more water. It was wrong of Doc to defend Ben the whole year, and then the team loses and is at their lowest point. That's when you want to throw him under the bus. I said the same thing. Tickle Kane said Nick sound outdated. Outdated debate. I want him pause. I think he wants to debate me. That's what he was trying to say. All right, we caught up. But nah, bro, y'all man. I put 60 on Doc, 40 on Ben.
Ooh, shit.
No,
I put 60 on Doc, 40 on Ben.
Nick,
I can't
do that. I put 60 on Doc, 40 on Ben. You know why you can't do that, bro? Because Ben Simmons lost his mental on the court, and we witnessed it. We saw every game it got worse to the point where this nigga was literally 0 feet from the basket and passed it. 0 feet from the basket. And do you know he took one shot out of the paint that entire series? The entire series? That is on Ben. Coming into every offseason, right? Because you were consistent on what your criticisms were of Ben, and so was I, right? I've been saying for the last 2-3 years, Ben got to take the shot. Fuck making the shot. Right. Take the goddamn shot. And what did he do? He had times this year, granted, albeit without Joel Embiid in the lineup, where Ben has scored 40 points this year. He has scored 30 points this year. So it's not the fact that the ability isn't there.
Right.
It's the will. And when the will is broken, Nick, that player is broken. And there's nothing, there's no positive reinforcement or negative reinforcement that's going to change that. That is internal. Will is on the inside. Nothing on the outside can affect that. But it can shield it when Stephen A. said that he's being coddled and babied by his family.
So let me ask you this. When Brett Brown got fired, right? And we were looking for a new head coach. What was the whole point of what was the mindset of what kind of coach do we
Cameron
need?
Payne game.
What was that mindset going into that offseason? What kind of coach did the Philly need?
It was Cameron Payne again. And you saw the two players that was up there? That was your two players. It was somebody, what I would have been looking for was somebody to make Joel Embiid mature, which Doc accomplished that.
Just go stick with the points.
The other part would have been somebody to help develop Ben's game.
Okay. What would you say during that offseason when they were trying to figure out who was the next head coach for the Sixers? What did they need?
Execution and taking Joel's game to the next level.
Okay. Go in the season review, do we think Joel Embiid's game went to the next level?
Yes.
Or was he just? He's always been. Didn't we always say he was the best big man in the league, or we had him on our list? He was one or two, right?
He was always up there.
He's 1 or 2, right?
But he took that proverbial next level. Without the injury, he would have. He was the MVP.
Yeah, he went to the next level.
He went to the next level.
Okay,
he matured tremendously.
Okay, execution, and then yours was execution, which means game planning, and yours was the development of Ben Simmons.
Correct.
Did any of those happen?
He failed at the execution part. I think they were
they finished number one.
They finished number one.
You can't be a top in your conference and not execute.
Period.
That goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
They executed. They even executed in a lot of playoff games when they needed to. Now, was it a little herky-jerky? Yes. Part of that is the roster. And part of that is Ben Simmons. Part of that is Joel Embiid's meniscus. There's a lot of factors, but they looked better in critical situations than Brett Brown's team. And that is the step. Because look, at the end of the day,
they look the same to me.
They were coached a lot better. They were coached
a
a lot
better.
better.
See the thing is, Doc won't get his credit. Doc did move the needle, but once again, he
moved the needle.
Yeah, he moved
What did he move the needle to?
Put them in
Put
first
them
place.
where? Put them where?
Put them in first place.
Put them in first place.
People you can't act like that's not.
Okay, because so you're saying that they were gonna be in first place. The Nets was injured, bro. The Nets were tied for number one. The Nets had the number one seed for a minute.
You could only play the hand you're dealt.
At the end of the day, they still were coached better. Like the results at the end of the season didn't reflect the great coaching throughout the regular season, but they were a vastly different, more mature, highly executing team. In the playoffs in the second round, those same things that for whatever reason, those ills that seem to follow Doc followed them. We talked about an 18-point blown lead. We talked about a 26-point blown lead where he failed to take Ben Simmons out. Thibault jumping at motherfuckers. He did it twice. That's on the player. And, of course, Embiid having that meniscus, so he goes scoreless, or he don't make a shot in the second half of one of those blowout games because because of that. Or Doc wearing him out. Same way that Nash wore KD out. Which is why Doc tried to rest them in Game 7, and the shit almost worked, but it didn't work.
Mm-hmm. Adrian J. Super Chat. Shout out to y'all for the Super Chats. I'm going to try to get it through these as quick as possible. Ben's been the same since his first point playoff game.
Yes, being the devil.
We them boys. This is the point that I wanted to bring up. I forgot to bring this up. Shout out to you for saying this as well, we them boys. Ty Lue done something that Doc Rivers couldn't do in 7 years in just one season with an injured Kawhi.
Yeah, but he got lucky too.
What you mean? All right, come on, bro. We ain't gonna do that to the brother.
Yes, we are.
What's the luck? What's the luck?
Well, I was told that Donnie was hurt. You were telling me that, right?
Kawhi was out too.
I know that.
For the last 2 games.
I know that.
So what you mean?
But if there was a healthy Donovan Mitchell, would they have won? Ain't we saying the same thing about the Bucks beating the Nets? You were saying that the Bucks took advantage of a broken.
But Donovan was playing, though. That's the thing. Donovan was playing. I thought you were going to say Mike Conley. Mike Conley would have been probably a difference maker.
I'm just saying he got there, but he was fortunate that Donnie and Mike Conley was hurt. So now you just added to it.
No. My thing is with the whole point about I think what we the boys are saying is that Ty Lue's had the same. He had to deal with the same. Everybody's dealt with injuries this playoffs. No coach has not dealt with injuries, even from the Atlanta Hawks up to the Nets. It's injuries. People again also.
It's a war of attrition.
We even talking about COVID. COVID's affecting this whole Western Conference Finals right now. It's pretty much the same squad that Doc had, even down to Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann was on that roster last year too. How is he able to, down 0-2, to make adjustments and, again, not only to be competitive, but to win the series?
Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell were hurt.
Yeah,
I'm talking about with Philly, though, with the Hawks. Who would you, going into that series, should have went 7? Regardless of, knowing everything.
Nah, they should have won those 2 games they blew those leads in. And they should have won Game 7. Now, I'll give them credit for winning Game 6, because his record in those elimination games aren't great either. But at the end of the day, they didn't get it done. Doc fucked up not once but twice in the series, and the team they had issues, man. I don't know what happened to this team down the stretch.
It's a whole organization. It's from top to bottom. It's an organizational thing. From the process till now, they've had 4 general managers in the last 5 years.
Elton Brand got to go.
Elton Brand to me should have been gone. And that's the one factor that I never agreed with is having Elton Brand in the first place. I just don't like.
But I thought Elton Brand, when he first got there, I thought he expedited the process by going to get Jimmy and moving some of those picks and younger players like Dario Saric to go get a bona fide guy because you identified the 2 guys out of the process.
That got him nothing.
But hindsight tells you that they got nothing. In the moment, bruh, like, that was genius. It's the move that they had to make. Nah. Why not?
Because I thought that team is constructed at that time was one of my favorite teams. That's why I like that team. with the way it had with JJ Dario him and Robert Covington. Those guys were some ballers. The adjustment should have been Brett Brown.
Yeah, the coach was the adjustment.
That was the adjustment.
100%.
And I don't mind Jimmy.
But on that team constructed like that, because I liked it for a young team trying to figure out who they are, right? But at the end of the day, the general manager, the organization, the head coach, everybody is trying to compete for a championship, right? Mm-hmm. And you didn't technically really know how great Joel and Ben Simmons could and would be, right? Like, it was still kind of filling out process. When they made that move, the issue with that team, who's the closer? Yeah, Joel shoots damn near 90% from the free throw line, but he not a guard. He not initiating that. And that goes back to the question I posed before. How many dominant bigs do they go in the last second to go get a game-winning shot? You don't. It doesn't happen. Basketball don't get played that way. Shaq don't get the last second shot. Kobe does. Penny did. You know what I'm saying? Hakeem didn't. Clyde and Sam Cassell and all them other niggas did.
Hey, wait, you're going too far.
And I love Hakeem.
Hakeem got the last
David
shot.
Robinson didn't. Tim Duncan barely did. Tim Duncan got more than everybody.
Not barely. Tim Duncan was.
Tim Duncan and KG and Dirk. Those are the only.
You just named a bunch of niggas. You just named at least 6. You just named 6, 7 niggas.
I named 3 niggas that's getting the shot. I named a whole bunch of them that ain't getting the shot. And all I'm saying, overwhelmingly so, big men don't get shots in the last minute. So you go get Jimmy Butler, that's your closer. Now you ain't got to worry about that. Ben can play his floor game. Joel can be dominant. And when you need a bucket, you got Jimmy. So I understood the move.
But he couldn't keep Jimmy. And you only got him for that little bit of time.
But as a GM, you got to know that there's a possibility you're not going to keep this guy. Are you willing to risk it all?
And he gave it all up.
Well,
successful team.
Here's the thing. So remember, I shared that podcast that JJ Redick had Jimmy Butler on. Mm-hmm. And when Jimmy kind of explained when he knew that, damn, I'm probably not going to be back. It was a film session, and basically Brett Brown didn't call nobody out, and Jimmy starts being extroverted. Like, what the fuck is that? Jimmy being Jimmy. And that made everybody feel uncomfortable. And that's when Jimmy realized, okay, y'all niggas not really about winning. I'm out there big. At that moment in time, a GM should know, I'm bringing this type of personality here. This is what the moxie and the ilk that he's made of. Mm-hmm. We got to get rid of Brown right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's the players that's going to win you or lose you the games. And Jimmy is a winner, right? You got Jimmy as a superstar in the league? Is he a superstar to you? No,
he's on the
to you. So okay,
he's right under for me.
Okay, I feel you. So for one person on this panel, they went and got them a superstar. Then you got to make the requisite moves of the coaching and all of the other shit.
If Tobias Harris makes layups,
Tobias Harris fucked up a lot.
If he makes layups in that game 7, they because I told FIFA I thought Philly was gonna win it running away. I thought Tobias Harris was gonna be comfortable at home, and I already knew what he was
gonna do. He was gonna drop 30.
Yeah, I knew what Embiid was gonna do. I thought Tobias was gonna get off.
We got a super chat from ES13. Daryl Morey is the Sixers' current GM. I was gonna get to that, but I was talking about Elton Brand because of what he did.
Oh, where Elton go?
He's still there. He's the president, right?
Yeah, he moved to a different position. I think.
I appreciate that, Daryl.
Daryl Morey is the GM, and I was going to say that. I was going to say that part, but I'll be thinking about how Elton Brand drafted. Didn't he draft Markelle Fultz?
Probably.
Was that him?
I think that was Elton Brand.
Or he either got there afterwards or right before.
So this is interesting now that he corrected us on that.
And Mikal Bridges, he drafted Mikal Bridges and traded him.
I forgot. I don't be keeping up with
this stuff that much.
Yeah.
I didn't say it because I knew Elton Brand was still in the front office too.
Yeah, he's still in the front. When you said they've had multiple GMs, I thought that's what you were referring to.
Yeah, I was referring to the whole organization.
So Daryl Moore,
the organization doesn't know what direction.
He brought Doc in.
After Sam Hinkie, it was Elton Brand.
Yeah.
And then now Daryl Morey.
All right, so Daryl is there. So
in the last close to a decade, it's only been 3 GMs. That's not a lot.
There was another one in between that. I'll look it up. Hold on. Tickle Kane said.
Because Elton Brand replaced somebody. You right?
Yeah. Tickle Kane. Simmons the new Thabo with Max and he light skin. Tickle got all that. Drink more water. Embiid with 16 turnovers the last 2 games.
That's crazy.
8 turnovers in Game 7 is a lot.
That's why he gets some of that.
If you don't have a legit point guard, like he had to do everything. Like that's why like, Embiid, I can't really yell at him because it's like he was the most consistent, dominant player. Without him,
he played his heart out.
Yeah, he's got a fucking torn meniscus. I can't blame a nigga with a torn meniscus or a partially torn.
Tigolo came with the super chat and said, "I got more faith in Henny Nick versus Simmons."
Yo, that's low because Henny Nick fuck up.
So now the question is, what does Daryl do since he's the GM? So he brought in Doc. I know they're talking.
He gonna trade the whole damn team.
And we know he likes to make moves. Mm-hmm. So does Ben Simmons stay? Because Doc said they have a plan to fix him.
I'm gonna quote you.
That's what you're supposed to say.
And I think he was just backtracking. But
yeah,
would he? I mean, he was backtracking definitely. But would you openly say you have a plan if you didn't have a plan?
Yes.
I mean, my thing is that I call that bull because that plan should have been executed 5 years ago. Like, how all of a sudden you get a plan? Why do you have a plan?
Because I really think Doc believed that if everything else operates as is, they could win. Like, think about it. Let's be honest.
That's why Doc
like you kept pointing out, they were the number 1 seed. Mm-hmm. What they did throughout the whole regular season worked, but like Giannis in the playoffs, that shit becomes a problem because it slows down. Possessions matter. They had a lot of turnovers in that game. And you need guys that's not afraid. You need guys that are going to take at least a shot in the fourth quarter. Ben didn't do any of that. He wasn't aggressive at all.
Yeah, and they laid off Ben like they lay off like, you know, some of the big men that come off the bench, a backup center. That's how they played Ben. Like, he's not shooting the ball. It's 4-on-5 right now. And that's exactly how they played him. And like Shaq said, he just kept saying the man should have been aggressive. That's all he had to do. That's really.
Shaq said it best, man. He was like, "Man, I can't shoot a free throw." He said, "But it didn't stop me from being aggressive."
That's true.
Ben shot 2 shots in the first half.
That's crazy.
That's I
think he combined for like 10 field goals in total over the last 3 games.
And he shot 1 shot in the fourth quarter in the entire series.
And see, you ride the horse you came in on is what they were trying to do. Evidently, they were trying to figure out ways.
That ain't no horse. That's a donkey.
It is a donkey. But there's no way. There's no way I can put more blame on a coach in a situation like that because once again, Ben was at the basket to take a shot.
But we know
this is one particular play. But I'm just saying Ben was in position to take more shots. He can implore Ben to take the shot.
Why couldn't Doc get that out of him though? Because he knows the same stats that we see in the team.
That is a Ben thing. It's a will thing.
Bench his ass.
And that's what he did.
Yeah, he did.
In Game 7, you gonna wait till Game 7 to bench him?
He benched him because of free throws, not because he wasn't being aggressive.
I'll say this though. If you had benched him and you lost that game, you could have possibly lost your job for that too. You got to think about that part of it too, because they're gonna look at you like, well, you didn't play.
You can't. The
owner don't look at it like we look at it.
He would not have gotten fired because this. Like people said, he read his stats. 34%, 35% at the free throw line. That's the worst in NBA history.
And he was shooting 60-something in the regular season. Like, this dude fell apart.
Like, no one's going to blame him for that. Super chat, Will Smith the best said, Doc Rivers trash. He living off the past like he is insanity. Joshua Jericho, looking back now, would y'all have entertained the Harden-Simmons trade?
Entertained it?
I said they should.
That would have been a whole block, but that would have been...
They would have been in the finals. They would have been in the finals with that. Yeah.
Well, then again, if James Harden didn't get hurt,
I was gonna say
if he was healthy.
Well, yeah, it's under the assumption that
honestly, even with a hamstring, James Harden, they probably would have got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
No. Yeah. Because James can't even hit open shots right now. So
he at least was able to.
But with that team, he probably wouldn't have been hurt though.
He still would have scored. He still scored 16 points.
Yeah. He still did.
But the defense wouldn't have been there.
The Suns got to be careful because they're letting the Clippers get into their head. They're doing a lot of, and the Lakers did this to them. They're getting rattled. They're doing a lot of chirping.
Yeah, young team.
Yeah, they got to get back in and stop making this like.
Shit talking.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Reggie Jackson, man. Reggie Jackson is earning himself some money right now.
Kevin Timothy said Ben Simmons for Malcolm Brogdon and Lamb.
I saw that.
I would definitely make that trade.
No, I'm not making that.
No. I would. Jeremy Lamb can shoot. Malcolm Brogdon proved this year he's at least a solid point guard. So you got Malcolm being solid. You got Joel Embiid being Joel Embiid.
Corey Lyons in the super chat. Shout out to y'all for the super chat. Y'all really showing up today. As Q and Manny love to talk narratives, is there a double standard on the non-criticism of KD losing versus LBJ? If LBJ healthy, he expected to win. Why not KD?
Yeah, and I think KD did himself a huge service in winning that game the way he did in Game 5. Yeah, Game 5.
KD essentially won the series. If you're 2 inches away from winning the series, KD showed up. He took the game until he went 7
but
by himself. How much can you ask for game?
But if you want to be the GOAT, and if you want to be talked about among them, we talked about guys getting it done. And KD gave it his all, but he didn't get it done. Giannis got him. So now Harden. Like, if you look at that team, if you look at everybody, right? KD as the lead dog, home. Kyrie as the Robin, home. Harden chasing the ring, pitching a fit, acting the ass to get out of Houston to go win a title. Just knew he had it lined up. Home again. Blake Griffin didn't want to dunk in Detroit. Went to Brooklyn. Now saying he can dunk again. Home.
So
LA.
So you with Stephen A. The number one thing that messed them up was karma.
That shit, man. Like, it was supposed to be like everything lined up perfectly for them to do it. And look at everything that happened. Like, they got mired with injuries at the wrong time, and we kind of discussed it throughout the regular season. But nevertheless, there was a lot that went on. Like we talk about the process. They tried to cheat it, and that worked for KD.
You talking about the first time?
Yeah, but that team had already won a title, so he's just dropping in there. This team ain't won a title, but so I do hold KD responsible. But I'm looking at Steve Nash, and the fact that he didn't give this man any type of rest in that game is a crime, because there were moments where they were leading and he could have bought him some minutes to finish and close out that game.
That's back-to-back games too, right? He played all
damn near. He
played all of Game 6 and he played all of Game 7. Really?
He did. He played pretty much
he
all
played
of it.
like what?
James Harden did too, and I didn't understand.
He played like 2 hours of pure basketball at a high-end level.
I didn't understand that one bit.
It made no sense.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We can't always
because Game 6, you could tell he was tired.
We can't always be yelling at these players, bro. We gotta hold accountability because these coaches get all the fucking praise.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They probably.
So you think coaches get more plays than players when they win?
Coaches get less criticism than players, when it comes to losing. And they get a lot. Their career gets bloviated by winning. Just like how we talked about before Ty Lue got with the Clippers, people were not giving him that much credit as a coach because he was winning with LeBron. But nonetheless, that got Ty Lue a lot of jobs, and now Ty Lue is finally showing how great of a coach he is with this Clippers team.
I don't know about that though, because they get fired so quick though.
And then what did Kyrie say? We didn't need a coach. So
and then look at Doc.
But
Doc won one title, and everybody keep thinking. Every time you think about Doc Rivers, you think about the Boston Celtics 2008. That's it.
What was that?
But Nick, like, is winning, especially a title in the NBA as a head coach, does that not put you just in a whole separate bag?
I don't think I fuck with Pat Bev. He be doing some reckless, dumb shit out there. Somebody really need to punch him in the mouth.
Winning does put you in a separate.
I bet you'll stop all that shit though.
I like Pat because I know he being genuine. I saw him play on pickup on.
I know that, but I don't genuine or not. That shit's stupid, man. It's uncalled for.
To me, head coaches.
What is this?
Are also star players off the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you look at Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra got 2 titles, right? And we got him top 5. But he hasn't would you say that he is a huge reason why the Heat won the finals?
Yes.
A huge reason.
Yes.
But Spoelstra showed he could coach though.
He was a huge reason they was in the finals last year.
He proved himself last year. I'm talking about
in the ones that he
during that time. Would you say that Eric Spoelstra, without Eric Spoelstra, they would have not gotten to those finals?
David Blatt, to me, this David Blatt.
No. He was better than David Blatt. And the reason why I say that is this.
Let me ask you.
We saw that same Miami Heat franchise, obviously, albeit different players except for one, go from Stan Van Gundy midway through the season. Pat Riley came down and said, "Oh hell no, I got this," and Pat Riley took over. They won a championship. Eric Spoelstra took over from that. Mm-hmm. And he's been nothing but a winning coach. And when they're healthy, obviously health has a lot to do with it. When they're healthy, they're always a tough out. They don't always have the top talent. But when they're healthy, they're a tough out. Why is that?
A lot of that can be because of, well, I'm not going to say it's all Pat Riley, but I'm saying it's his influence and it's the Pat Riley way. So I'm not saying that it's not, I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I'm just saying that can be inflated by your situation.
100%.
So can you take Spoelstra and put him like in Minnesota to be successful? Or when I say successful, improve that team, take them to the next level.
Of course.
Maybe not.
But at the same time, like we can't denigrate the level that Spoelstra has gotten to because the organization already had a vision and a way of doing things, right? If he adopted that, then he's part of that success.
He's a part of it, but is he a huge reason and a factor?
Is he the captain of that ship?
I think he's the captain of the team. He's not the captain of the organization. And not many coaches are the captain of the organization. What are
during those Heat runs, it was Pat Riley and LeBron James.
Need this shit right
it was
here,
was Pat Riley and LeBron James and Dwayne Wade.
Those
are the top three motherfuckers that was influential in that.
It ain't too hard.
So outside of getting LeBron there and getting Chris Bosh there, what else was Pat Riley?
He said outside of getting LeBron in his prime and Chris Bosh in his prime to Miami, what else did he do?
Nobody getting LeBron nowhere but LeBron.
That's what I'm saying.
If he did it with David Blatt, I can't.
He did what with David Blatt? He didn't win.
There's only two places that LeBron has always talked about. What the place I like to go to is like I want to be coached by people that I respect. That's why he always talked about Pop. He talked about Pat. He talked about like all the legendary coaches, right? The organizations he's gone to outside of Cleveland have been where? Historic, or at least have a historic presence there. L.A., Miami. Those are the reasons why he like. It's Pat, it's LeBron, and it's D Wade. Those are the big reasons why that Heat run happened.
Let me ask you something.
It wasn't Spo.
Let me ask you something.
Spo did his job. I'll tell you that.
Let me ask you something. At the end of the day, when you have that amount of talent, okay, you know what? I'm going to give you an example. When you have Kobe Bryant, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, Shaquille O'Neal, Eldon Campbell, I know I'm missing one.
Gary Payton.
No, this is way pre Gary Payton. So this is how I know you don't watch as much as I watch. The head coach of that team, Eddie Jones was on that team. The head coach of that team was Del Harris.
Are you going all the way back, nigga? Everybody go Del about Del Harris, but go ahead.
I like Del.
Del was soft as fuck, and his team showed that.
Del
Harris couldn't get the job done. They went and they got Phil. Phil came in. They won. The reason why head coaches get the amount of credit, and it's just due, because it's more than beyond X's and O's, Nick. You got to get individual, egotistical, young millionaires to work together. Right. And the people that can talk to each one of them and hold them accountable, in addition to the X's and O's, in addition to being somewhat of a father figure, in addition to being the homie, in addition to being the therapist, in addition to answering the questions of the media and motherfucking pundits like us, that's the reason why they get the fucking credit, Nick. Not everybody can juggle all of those hats seamlessly and through different eras of the organization in terms of the talent. The one thing we know about the Miami Heat is they're going to make the playoffs. It don't matter who's on the team. They're going to make the playoffs.
Do you think that Heat era, do you think they underachieved?
You got to like that.
I'm gonna say no, because
you don't think that Miami Heat underachieved.
They went to 4 straight finals.
Okay, did they win all 4?
But Nick,
did they win majority of those?
They won half.
Is that majority?
That's 50-50. So technically, yes.
Technically, yes. 50-50 is not majority.
But it ain't the minority.
I didn't say that either.
But you said
that's underachieving.
That's not underachieving.
So them losing to Dallas, you're fine with that?
No, I'm not fine with it.
So that's underachieving. They should have won that series.
Okay, but Nick, Nick, they won 2 championships.
That was a nice
Okay,
pass.
That's not underachieving.
What did LeBron?
And you went to 4 straight finals.
What was the expectations when LeBron went down there?
Pain?
He said, "Let's not 1,
It's
not
Cameron
2,
Payne,
not
man.
3,
That's
not 4."
egotistical basketball. That's ego, Nick.
You gotta
So when LeBron first went down there, how many times you think they was
going
gonna
win the
win?
game first?
Just 2?
No, he's
2 or 3.
Proven,
Look at
I didn't think that they was gonna win all of them. Nick, that's what you're insinuating. No. So what did you think? What did you think?
I thought they were gonna win at least 3 titles.
3 out of 4,
3 out of 4.
or 3 out of 5, however long LeBron's contract was.
Like they placed Dallas. I thought they was gonna beat them. I didn't want them to, but I thought they was gonna beat them. They faced OKC. I thought OKC was actually gonna beat them. They didn't. They faced the Spurs. They faced Minnesota twice, and they lost the last time they faced them, right?
And won the first time.
Won the first time. They should. That's 3. That's 3. At least 3. Spurs twice. I get. Greg is gonna get 1.
But why do you think they underachieve when you win 2 championships?
Because
when
you had
championships?
3 of the top 5 players at their positions in their prime.
That's good defense.
D-Wade was in his prime 1 year. 1 year out of the 4.
The year that I'm talking about, again, is that
big
Dallas year. He was
Okay.
top 5 at his position at that
But
time.
Nick, they didn't underachieve.
They underachieved.
They didn't underachieve.
Good
Your definition of underachieving is
Kim, we got a super chat question for you from Replica. He said, "Let's get to the real question here. Has Herder officially kickstarted White Boy Summer in ATL?" This question is directed.
No.
This question is directed at Kim.
What color is his hair?
Who Herder? He a ginger, I think, or he a blonde. I don't know.
Ooh, nice move. Ooh, the Cameron Payne game.
They call him CP 1.5 because he half a 3.
Man.
I'm gonna read this next super chat because it's my mom. Okay,
Listen. How many white boys have been put out of the playoffs so far? Who left?
Oh.
Like, Joker's gone? Joker gone?
Joker gone. Luka gone.
Luka gone.
Ingles gone.
Ingles gone, and the other bitch.
Joe Harris gone.
Harris was gone after
Boy,
getting
he
gone.
talking about he been gone. That nigga was.
No, not yet.
Hey, if Atlanta gets to the finals, it's White Boy Summer.
No.
It's White Boy Summer.
Now,
because you're going to be rooting for one of them.
To Curry, it was White Boy Summer on him all game long. He was lighting his ass up. I think Curry came out of the game a little bit lighter. I think he came out damn near white.
I don't know. I ain't do this.
He was damn bleaching his ass every time he took a shot.
Super chats? All right, go ahead.
Next was from my mom, Jan Jones. Hey, mama. She said Kyle Lowry is going to Philly and Ben Simmons will be in no man's land, Minnesota or Cleveland.
Man, you think about they were talking about making that trade.
What?
Imagine how helpful he would have been on this team. If
They would
had
have
Kyle
dominated
Lowry.
the Hawks.
Hey, mama.
Man,
They would have dominated.
they really needed
Kyle Lowry's play and his leadership would have been tremendous.
I
on the
didn't
team.
like the rumors at first, but after seeing what just happened, I'm like, okay, it would have worked. 'Cause I thought they would have had to give up way too much to get
Because
it.
you know what it is, Ken? Like on paper, and even imaginatively, it feels like a downgrade. 6'11", first team all defense, 3 all-star teams, baby, like old motherfucker, like you're on your last.
That's what I thought.
You know, you're on your last contract, like you're on your way out of the league, and that's no disrespect to Kyle Lowry, but he don't have more than 5 years left.
He's on the downside.
He on the downside, so it's like that feels of a trade of disproportion of major magnitude. And I feel you can even now, seeing what happened. I know that Kyle Lowry would have made a difference, but I don't know if I make that trade.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, he would have made a difference, but yeah, the trade.
Because you gotta live with it. And here's the thing too that I saw a lot of media pundits say, and I kind of agree with it too. When you look at the championship window of Philly, it's expedited because of Joel Embiid's health. So you can't really play the long game like you would in Boston with the Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatums and some of the other young stars in the NBA, Trae Young. You can't play that long game because Joel realistically has this year and potentially maybe 2 more years that you can say Joel's going to be a top 3 player in the NBA. We can make this run now.
Right.
You know, so I don't know, man. Like, Philly is a very peculiar situation because, again, Kyle Lowry makes sense. with this roster. But then it's kind of like, do you give up the future of what Ben could be?
So what about all these other
That's
players
tough,
like
man.
Zaire Smith?
Zaire Smith?
Do they bring him in, to play next year?
Oh, he's gone, ain't he?
No, I thought he was hurt.
I don't know where's Zaire.
Then George Hill was a bad signing because he gave them absolutely nothing. Like when they started to go to their bench, I'm like, what in the hell is this?
Didn't they have Ish Smith at one point?
Yeah, they had Ish.
They
had a bunch of players.
They should have kept that ball.
They had what's the guy's name I told you I liked in Brooklyn?
What's his name?
Oh, they should get Dinwiddie.
Shemet, the one who keep on getting bounced around.
I don't understand it because I think Landry Schmidt got a lot of talent. I just think he needs to be somewhere solid to where he can play.
Oh, you know who was bad? Cormats. My God.
They had
good block.
They had the other guy too, Lawal.
That was your boy.
Whatever.
He gotta dominate shit. Yeah. They about to lose this game if they don't do shit.
Yeah.
They not making
one
no
more back bucket. They had him, Bridges.
Yeah, that's the one that looks so bad, boy. It looks bad. They're doing a good job. The Clippers are doing a good job of taking Bridges out of the game. That's good defense again.
That was a bad pass.
Yeah, but still.
Why are they letting George be the PG like this? No pun intended.
I don't know, but he's not doing a good job.
It's that run.
It's the run. Yeah, they got it. The Clippers got to hang around.
Clippers had a shot, man. Phoenix was rattled, confidence shaking.
Smith is with the Memphis Hustle.
They Rick Bucher talked about the Clippers do best when they don't allow PG to just do everything. Like the ball needs to move around.
His knee sore.
He's not a playmaker like that.
Now they're missing a Kawhi.
Yep.
They don't have a go-to type player or move right now.
And he settles the team down too.
Yeah.
Oh, he gonna take this shot. Y'all, I can feel it.
Oh, yeah,
He in the
already
crowd.
know.
Is that pain?
The crowd, nah.
D-Book.
But I think I like him better when he's facilitating too.
Face up.
He tried to take that Akeem turnaround. Get the hell out of there.
That's the game though, Ken.
I know.
Tickalo Kane. Tickalo, what up, man? Tickalo said, y'all in the chat, leave me alone with the slander. I ain't been reading what they've been saying to you. I'm going to have to go back and look at it.
Big shot.
That's a huge shot.
Rondo?
That's why I didn't like that shot by Ayton.
That was Morris.
That was Morris.
Yeah.
Like, I would have liked to see Phoenix run more of a offense there. There you go.
That's nice.
Why does Zubac not pick that up?
1.5. Come on, man.
Zubac's brain works a little slower than his body.
Yeah, he come on, Nick.
He was right there. He just got to move for what? One step.
Yeah, I mean, his body works slower than his brain. It's easier said than done. His body just
Nick,
not
how much
decided
you
to
weigh?
move.
About 165.
That nigga got like almost 200 pounds on you, bro.
He can't slide. He can't do it. He can't do a cha-cha slide.
He ain't gonna be able to play that much in this game,
feet
though.
big and slow.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. He was right there underneath.
He don't.
So what were you asking? What he should have did?
He should have put the hand up at least. Get up. Like he backed up.
He didn't want to get dunked.
He didn't want to get dunked.
He didn't want to get dunked on.
And not even that. In this instance, if you give him a cheap and one, you just elongate their run. Don't take the foul. To me, that's the smarter play. Don't take the foul.
He played like it was Ben, because Ben would have passed that.
Ben would have passed that.
I still can't believe he passed that ball.
Bro.
And then he was talking about I thought I was going to get fouled by Trae Young.
It would have just been an and one, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's a
He's
dunk.
been on his back. They showed Joel Embiid's reaction to that. Like,
what?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's when I
And even Ben's reaction, right? Like when Thibault got fouled, he's looking at the ref like, what you... Like, no, you suck, man.
Did you hear the crowd, though? They played the crowd. I went back and watched it, but they was tearing him up for that.
Yeah, man.
I know, he can't.
They need to whoever
but Paul George's
therapist is, he need to talk to.
But, ooh.
That was a big...
Hey, that's that Kobe shot right there, bud.
That's
that Kobe shot right there, bud.
He got to dominate for them to win this game. He's probably the leading scorer right now.
That Kobe shot right there, boy.
Because the Clippers are still hanging around.
But that shows you what kind. Once again, and that's why I be saying that.
But this is why
we talk about stars. That shows you what kind of team it is. Because Booker's not having an awesome night, but he don't have to because he got teammates picking him up.
Well, he's having an awesome.
Reggie ain't going, bro.
How the hell is he hitting all these shots?
Reggie ain't going.
Reggie is ready.
I'm telling you, bro. Ty Lue says something to him.
This point guard matchup is real.
D-Book is having a good floor game.
Yeah.
He's not having a good scoring game.
Oh, yeah, he is.
But you can still affect the game.
Take him.
He don't shoot that.
Face up.
Take him.
Woo.
Ty Lue gonna have to get him out the game, but he got nobody else to go to.
To be honest, he has to live with somebody scoring.
Cousin can't do. do shit.
Yeah, Boogie's a shell of himself. Damn, Pat, if you can make one shot, you'd be awesome. Shoot it.
He's shooting.
Shoot it,
Don't do that.
Reggie.
Don't do that.
Oh, he's shooting.
He should have shot it when he had the chance.
Oh, he's shooting.
Reggie like this. My
Reggie
team.
shooting, bro.
I'm the
I'm
captain now.
I'm the captain.
I told you. I told you.
Reggie, come on, bro.
That wasn't a bad shot. Tigolo said, Martin Luther King, the KG fan, you know, pause. I'm sure that's for you.
Tigolo got all the bread today.
Yeah, he do. We appreciate you.
But it's a frugal though, because he dropping $2, $3 here. He's spreading that $10 bill around.
Not a good shot, Book. You're not on yet, bro.
I thought that was Cameron Payne.
Nah, Book.
PG, what was that?
He
Come on, man.
Why did he do
Come
that?
on, man. He be playing.
You got him in your bag?
He should just waited.
Oh, I hope he ain't hurt.
Here's the thing about Booker.
He ain't hurt.
Booker, this is why they need, like, Booker's having a good floor game.
Oh, man, he bleeding.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
So,
he got him good,
when
bro.
Booker's having when his whole game, with that floor game.
It's on Pat Bev. They bumped heads, I think.
Oh.
I think they bumped heads.
They kind of went on this run when Booker stopped trying to shoot the ball as much. He's taking this matchup against.
Yeah, they bumped heads. So that's not his fault.
Yeah, that wasn't no.
He's taking this matchup against Pat Bev a little too personal.
You know what it is, Ken? He's naturally a scorer assassin. And the team is asking him to take part of what CP does. And he's trying to find that balance.
He had it last game.
But
I know it's not natural, but
it doesn't come natural. So at times it's going to look like he's forcing it because he doesn't know the balance of I score now or I pass now. Like it's herky jerky for him.
I feel that.
This timeout may be a saving grace for the Clippers. Damn, he bleeding all over his jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a saving grace.
Because Pat Bev is wild as hell.
The Clippers got to come out strong.
They hanging around though.
Oblivion Radio with the super chat. He said there's a rumor about Ben and CJ trade. In my opinion, that trade is not going to help.
It's not going to happen.
Portland would never trade. Why would they trade CJ for Ben Simmons?
The only way that would help Portland is if you told Ben Simmons you were going to play the 4. And if he did,
so here's the thing.
Started 4.
So here's the thing. I couldn't tell you who the fuck had this story, but it was one of the early. Yeah, bro. Like, did you see how that shit bleeding?
Is he concussion protocol or just blood?
No,
I think he might have broken his nose.
I think his nose is broken. Because look at how Pat Bev's head reacted to the hit. Like Pat Bev's head.
I thought they hit both at the top of the head.
I thought so too, but then his is right here.
Yeah, Pat Bev's forehead hit him directly on his nose.
All
that being said, I can't remember what sports telecast I was watching this morning, but Ben Simmons has agreed to play for the Australian national team in the Olympics.
He said he wasn't.
He said he was. Well, when did you see that?
I read something like that though. I read something
that he is, right?
Yeah.
Ken, I saw that he is. And with that being said, Australia has a lot of guards already. Dante Exum, who the little Patty Mills, and Patty Mills is the starting point guard for that team.
That point guard.
He's their Steve Nash in international play. Ben Simmons is not going to play point guard for them. This is the perfect opportunity for Ben Simmons to show I can play a 0.4 or 0.5 or whatever big man that they put him at. So that way he doesn't lose all of his trade value. Because at the end of the day, Ben gotta know if the jumper don't come, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And if Ben wants to try to control where he goes in terms of going to at least a team where he can compete, he's gonna have to prove he could play the 4 and the 5.
It's crazy how the Clippers have always just kept it under 5.
So
like between 5 and 7.
here's where I'm definitely with you, Nick. Crowder, Nick, in this lineup, they need to go to Ayton every time.
Bro, he's been the star of the game so far.
If he make that,
he ain't.
Like Phoenix got to go to him. He should force Tyloo to get Batum off the goddamn court.
See, they're trying to.
They're going to come with a double, but he got to be ready for that.
Good shot.
This good coaching.
See, the Clippers need to slow down. They need to.
Connor Pearson Ward with the super chat. Connor said, "What's up, Connor?" He said, "If I remember correctly, the Lowry trade would have been Maxey, Danny Green in the first."
I like Maxey though. That's their guy. And to FIFO's point, if Ben can shift to a damn forward position, a 4 or something, then that'll give them, some room. If FIFA, you may remember, you and I discussed this damn Ben playing power forward. Point guard years ago. You sold me on it.
I liked it. I liked him playing point, but once
Good
again,
rebound.
I always expected him to get a shot.
Yeah, and in the last year or two, Ken, all I've been saying about Ben's game is, regardless if he makes or misses, he got to take them. And the prime, look, the direct comparison that I think Ben can be is the same way that I said what Golden State upgraded. When they had Harrison Barnes and they got KD, it was it's Harrison Barnes on steroids. What Ben Simmons is Draymond Green on steroids.
But the question is, so if you throw out there Maxey, Seth, Tobias, Ben Simmons, and Embiid, could that work?
It all comes down to, would you consider Draymond Green a shooter?
No.
But he shoot that shit. And when he runs that rub off and two people go follow Steph Curry and they pass the ball back, either he's shooting it or he's attacking and hitting.
So at the end of the day, regardless of what position he plays, he got to be.
He got to be able to shoot it.
And that's all we've ever said. Is
and we're not talking about making
range.
And we're not even talking about.
You can't be in the NBA and not shoot.
Fuck the makes. It's not even. You got to shoot the
Giannis
open shot.
Giannis shoots. All the bad shooters shoot. Even what's his name?
Dennis Robinson shot the guy.
Andre Robinson shoot more than Ben Simmons.
Bro, at the end of the day, the reason why basketball, there's a rhythm and a flow.
I just really want to know why.
He don't.
It's here.
No, I gotta be more than. I know it's part of that, but what other reason?
You know why I say no? Go watch his high school highlights.
Okay.
Same player. Go watch him at LSU for the 1 year.
He was doing the same thing, not shooting.
He shot.
No, he didn't shoot.
He didn't. No, I'm saying like he shot more than he doing now.
No.
He wasn't taking threes.
No.
Not threes.
He had shot attempts, but they were layups. He was more aggressive getting to the basket. He wasn't shooting.
And he shooting free throws.
And shooting free throws. But in the NBA game, it's so spaced that the flow of the game dictates that you have to take this open shot.
If I'm not mistaken, he switched hands shooting free throws too.
Because he's a lefty, right?
Yeah. He switched hands shooting free throws
Ever since I've watched Ben Simmons, he's been a lefty.
Right, but he changed in college. He changed
to right-handed
free throws. Let me see.
Man, if LeBron would have shot that air ball that KD shot, man,
it would have been different. It would have been, people would have been on him more. But you know the reason
why?
Will
LeBron have made the shot to centers?
Made those shots.
Yeah, I'm under the assumption that shot is made.
No, I'm just saying, like, okay, so if he got him to overtime,
no, he would have got different backlash. But the difference is because we expect KD to make all of them. LeBron, that's not his game.
It's not his game, but they still would.
They say he shoot with the wrong hand. That's all these articles saying. He will explore shooting with his right hand.
Yeah, I saw that this morning too.
I just don't know what you guys.
I think he switched from. He was shooting free
throws.
No,
you can't. Not anything. I'm not.
That's why I don't understand why people say like, "Oh, you got to criticize KD like y'all do." Like,
he hasn't moved into. He just hasn't. He hasn't graduated yet.
Most of LeBron's criticism came before the titles, right? Like a bevy of them.
Damn, that is a good question.
Because that's what I would see, like, because people thought that
I think it was
he wasn't gonna ever win and do all this other shit. He was not clutch. He was always passing up the shot and doing all this other shit. But then once he started winning, most of that talk died.
I think it was like the Miami.
Who?
The Miami.
Yeah, once LeBron got to Miami, most of that talk died. Like, he proved that he was clutch and all that other shit. Then it was just now the argument of him versus MJ.
It used to be him being a killer. It was like, he's not
a killer and all that other shit. But now he's like, all right, you're just comparing him to MJ now.
He was very talented, but not that. Drink More Water with the super chat. And Drink More Water, you're 100% right. Said important time for the Clippers. Important time for you, the Clippers, with Booker out.
And Ayton out.
And Beverly did his job.
Look at that.
He took Booker out.
Yeah, he did.
Booker out regardless.
He took him out.
Look, 8 double-doubles in first 12 playoff games. He got 20 and 10 tonight.
That's overlooked, and that boy's playing ball.
We're going to see how long can the Suns hold this run down, or this lead.
So let me see who's on the court.
Timothy Chesson said, would Ben work with Golden State Warriors?
Yes.
Draymond.
And Draymond?
Like Draymond.
Yes. Better than Draymond. I'll put it to you like this. Ben Simmons, okay, if Klay Thompson comes back healthy, right? And what I mean by healthy, 70-plus games this next upcoming season, right? Mm-hmm. If Klay Thompson plays 70-plus games and they swap Draymond for Ben, they should be damn near a 60-plus win team. Mm-hmm. Because where Ben is now on defense, he's way...
Who is that? Who is that? Number...
Oh, that's
55?
What's his name? Eton Moore.
Is Jalen Carter still on this team?
Yeah, he's on the bench. Eton Moore is a veteran, so he's gonna get playing time. Drink More Water said Draymond still shot threes. Peak Draymond was 38%.
I see you, PG. Hey, go ahead.
But at the end of the day, like, you ain't going to state. Look, my nigga, if you're going to let him fly anywhere, you gotta let him fly there.
Yeah, because you're gonna get more possessions. And that's the point. You can take the shots if you got more possession.
But most of these teams that we talking about trading, like why would they trade for? Why would they give up their players or their picks for this nigga? Like what? Like you always talk about this shit with trades. It's two ways. Who wants Draymond Green enough to say like I'll give you Ben Simmons?
Well, shit. If you package some other thing,
they would have to give up like Wiseman or something. Or not Wiseman or something.
Check out this stat. This is crazy. Ben Simmons attempted 265 non-jumpers so far this year. This wasn't this year. This was a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. Despite being a left-handed shooter, only 10 of his non-jumpers were released with his left hand. 39 with both hands dunks. And 216 with his right hand.
Yeah, he finishes a lot around the rim. Now he's ambidextrous.
They're going back and forth at this point.
My iPad died, so I missed.
Why we not giving CP3 some more love?
He deserves a lot of love. I was on.
You were one that was like doubting the brother.
When?
His mentality?
CP?
I mean PG-13. I said PG-13.
No, you said CP.
You said CP.
You said CP.
I was about to say. I thought we gave you CP.
Yeah.
You already see
PG.
PG's on the. I contribute PG success to Ty Lue.
Hey, y'all owe me an apology in the chat by Paul George too, because I told y'all this was gonna be the year.
Chill out, bro.
I did. Did I not say it? But I did think I was wrong.
You always leave yourself in a room. You be like,
I said it, but I thought I was going to be wrong.
I'll say this. He's showing what we all remember him in Indiana. Same thing with Reggie Jackson, OKC. Yeah. He's finally showing up, and I don't know if it's more so to deal with because he's now the number one option.
Right.
But, shit. You can't. If he's able to get this game for the Clippers, I think he's back up there as far as when we talk about like tier 1 players.
Any update on CP3?
He probably should be back by the next game.
Did he catch the shit?
He had to have caught it. Now the only thing is, did he have a vaccine?
He was vaccinated.
He was vaccinated. So then he should be back in 5 days. It should be 5 days.
I thought they said he was vaccinated.
I thought he wasn't vaccinated.
I didn't think he was.
I don't think so, because if he was, he wouldn't have been out this long.
If he was vaccinated, he would have been on a commercial saying like, "Go get vaccinated." So if he wasn't vaccinated, he's out for 10 days at least. And that was last Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going on 2 weeks now.
Yeah, that was last Wednesday.
Let me see if
I missed some super chats.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. The last one was. Dang, what's the last one I read? Both of my devices died, so.
Alright, let me see what I can.
You looking it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up on the computer, see if it's on there. Where's the Phoenix update here?
Let me see. Tigolo said Simmons sucks. He's disrespecting shooting sleeves.
I posted that.
Presto_T. The young boys have been impressive in their first playoffs. Booker, Ayton, Trae. Ja played well too, I think. I agree.
And Trae had a shitty game, but his fourth
quarter.
He
came in the fourth.
Yeah, his fourth quarter, man.
He did something wrong.
I think that shoulders.
Yeah, like I thought something might be bothering him with his arm or something.
I think he hurt.
I think it was a combination of good defense and he just missed.
He might
shots.
be just tired. His arm might have been just shot for real because he took a lot of shots.
Yeah, and he missed shots that he typically makes. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like it was something out of the ordinary. It is what it is. Like he was due to have a bad shooting game. Like he's a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like even Steph Curry go 5 for 30 sometimes here and there. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't surprised about that.
Yeah, but this is game 7, man.
But again, as a superstar, it doesn't matter what the 3.5 quarters happen. When you need me, do I show up?
Big shot.
Yeah,
and Trae Young showed up.
And
he did.
And see, that's the thing, though. But shout out to his team, and that's why I say, and that's why I'm so hard. I'm critical, but at the same time, I'm a little more understanding at certain points because this is a team sport. It takes an effort from all 5 players on the court.
100%.
So when Trae is not really on, you need your guys to step up, and they did. You were coming out with that game. Who expected that? Nobody.
Drink More Water says.
Oh, he's hopeful for game 3.
Drink More Water. Yeah. Drink More Water says, why is it with LeBron he isn't supposed to make that KD shot, but with Giannis, he's not KD. I think he's asking why.
Yeah. So because I get what he's saying.
Yeah. Is it because KD and LeBron are in consideration for GOAT? Nobody's looking at Giannis as a GOAT.
Nah, nobody's looking at Giannis as a GOAT.
So,
I know he's not saying
Giannis.
that.
If he gets a title, he's going to be in that conversation.
No.
Even still,
He's
Giannis is still going to be Giannis.
Or just the greats. He's going to be one of the greats.
Giannis, and FIFO says it best with Giannis, and that's why I stick to what I say. Giannis is a superior athlete. That's what Giannis is. Put Giannis on the football field, he'd probably be a freak athlete. Put him on.
He ain't doing that.
There you go.
Long jump.
He ain't doing that. Why are you doing? That's a horrible shot, bro.
That's PG shot though.
But he's not the greatest basketball player.
Nah, and I think Giannis.
Good pass.
He wasn't expecting it.
He wasn't ready.
That was
Torrey Craig.
That's a Philly guy.
I don't know if it was Torrey Craig.
I'm sure it was Torrey Craig.
But say that question one more time, Nick. 1.5
nice.
balling, boy.
Yeah.
Them long ass arms.
1.5 out here.
Wait, is his number really 15 though?
It is.
It's 1.5.
CP 1.5.
That was a nice pass.
That was a beautiful pass. Who was that by?
Rondo.
I just want to make sure you know.
Oh, Rondo, nice. Now, ain't nobody questioning Rondo. But when you put him next to CP3, it's not a contest.
Cameron Payne having a CP3 game for real.
He really is.
He's.
Yeah, no, he is.
Sorry. A Laker. I mean, Sixer.
Mm-hmm. So, read that question one more time for me, Nick.
It was just like, why?
He's shooting.
No, he ain't.
Why
is it with LeBron he isn't supposed to make that KD shot, but with Giannis, he's not KD?
Yeah, I don't see any you miss.
Because Giannis still has not displayed the level of skill that it takes to be an elite player. And he is an elite player, which is the quandary with Giannis. He's putting up GOAT type numbers, greatest player in the game type numbers with zero skill. When's the last time we done seen that?
He doesn't. He not
zero skill.
That's what I'm saying.
Not zero skill. When on a scale from 1 to 100, his skill level is about 35, 40.
Yeah, and he's a superior athlete. His athleticism is through the roof.
Yes.
He scores off the charts in athletics.
Yes.
But skill is very low.
It's very low.
It's very limited.
Because think about this. Let's just say if Giannis had PG's game, but Giannis's body and mentality. Because I have to give Giannis a lot of credit with mental toughness and being mentally prepared for the games. I got to give him
That's a GOAT. Who can stop that?
If you give him PG's bag, bro, oh my God, you can't stop this shit. Because now we're talking about a longer, stronger, faster, more aggressive KD.
I would say if he had PG's back, he's one of the greatest of all
He's
time.
the greatest.
He's the greatest of all time. But PG fucking up right now. I'll say that. He's 0 for 6 from 3-point range, and he missed the free throw.
It's a long way to go, Nick. The man.
Nigga, it's the fourth quarter. Ain't no more after this.
It's only a 4-point game.
Yeah. He got time.
Yeah, but Booker's out.
Now Booker's
back.
Booker's back.
All right. Chill Vibes 24. I forgot all about.
Dang, it's like that.
Yeah,
it's not.
It ain't.
Woo, nice rebound.
Oh. What is PG doing though? There you go. He handling the ball
Thank
like
you for the foul.
he's handling the ball like he been fumbling the ball all night.
He handling the ball like he just want to save the game.
Are they tired?
I don't know if it's tired or what it is. But
I think they're more mentally
right.
taxed than physically taxed.
Yeah.
I think the Clippers.
Reggie Jackson to say
Hey,
today.
well, Action Jackson. That's
There
what they
you
call
go.
him.
Did they take out Paul George? I think
Please
so.
do.
He's tired. If he came out right here, he's
Hold
tired.
on.
Man, these white boys, they getting their run in the NBA, bro. Luke Kennard, Zubac.
You hate it?
Nah, this is the return of the white boys, man.
White man. Chill Vibes 24. I forgot all about Spencer Dinwiddie being out for the Nets. Also,
Don't shoot that.
the basketball reel said nah to these dudes.
Don't shoot that.
That's a good shot, Ken.
No, don't
He
shoot.
got fouled.
Okay.
That's a good shot, Ken. That's a D-book shot, Ken.
It was.
It is, but
He got bailed out because he ain't been making
Yes.
This is a huge game for the Phoenix because they need to hold down Chris Paul until Game 3.
The Pistons got number 1 pick.
Yep.
I missed that. Y'all talking?
Oh, that's not a
A
foul.
little bit.
Yeah, he's in his area technically.
Nah, challenge that shit.
Nah. So
Did Beasley cry?
we haven't even talked to him yet.
He
might be in the
said
air.
he said he's gonna make an extended trip in Detroit to celebrate. No display. I don't know what he's doing.
Ken, I think players just have to adjust a little bit more. Like, you can't, once the player gets in the air, you can't follow him through the screen. Just stop at the screen.
Whatever happens, happens. Pretty much.
Yeah.
There's no defense in basketball, technically.
Well, maybe this will help get him going, seeing the ball go through the
Free
rim.
throws.
Because that was a good look. That's normally a shot, like you said, D-Book makes.
That's
Like,
a D-book shot.
yeah, consistently. Go ahead, RJ. Let's get him, man.
You saying that now, he about to fuck up.
Yeah.
Now, RJ been,
Don't
I
root for
can't
him.
even hate for him.
Don't
I
root
can't.
Not when you root for him.
don't
It's
root
better
for
when
him.
you
Watch
when you
this,
proud.
he coming. Watch.
When you're against him, he plays well. Good
Look at
pass. Good pass.
Good
White
shot.
boy
White
summer.
guy.
Zubac white?
He ain't black.
He ain't
Shit,
black.
man, that's how we taking it if you ain't white, if you ain't black.
Yeah.
They gotta
I
get,
mean, the other boys, they don't guess.
I guess.
they gotta
Luka
get Ayton
and
back
White.
in the game.
Nah, he needs a rest. Especially if you need him for the last 5 minutes.
You need him now.
And one.
Why? What? Take Terrence Mann off him.
Nah, they need
Is
him.
he bleeding?
Where's Beverly?
Yeah, Beverly needs to come out.
Where's Beverly at?
Nah, he ain't gonna finish the
I
game.
don't know what Terrence Mann be doing.
Terrence,
Step up on him.
Got him with that pump fake. Got him with that Kobe.
Why is he on his ass?
Like, you don't know that's a foul?
Not even that, bro. He pump fake once, turn around and get in front of him.
Booker got the sweetest shot, boy, in the league right now.
There you go.
Outside of
Pat Bev to the
Carmelo
rescue.
Anthony, yes, he does.
outside of who?
Outside of Carmelo Anthony.
Who?
To me, Carmelo has the prettiest jumper. Steph has the most effortless jumper. D-Book is up there in between them.
PG got a nice jumper too, though.
He does.
I think he has the smoothest jumper. I know we're playing semantics now, but it's the smoothest jumper. Clay has the least.
Clay just has a wrist. That's it. He ain't
Yeah,
got nothing.
like Clay has no wasted motion. That nigga is straight up and down. Shot.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. My brother said about Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham being a tough duo. That would be a nice backcourt. Ooh.
We've been talking about it all year. Luke Kennard! Oh,
Was that-
it almost went in.
Nah, that was a horrible shot.
He was trying to do that for the Whiteys.
That's about as most open he is.
Candace gonna get us banned, bro. This is why we don't get no sponsorship.
Is that a good shot?
Yes.
That's a
No.
horrible shot.
No, it's not.
He wasn't even set.
He was,
Nothing.
Ken, he was checking his temperature though, because like you said,
He ain't made any jumpers
He done made
yet. There's
5
nothing
free
to
throws.
check.
Him and PG have been playing the same game.
he done made 5
real.
free throws.
That's honestly the truth.
The
Well,
difference
I
is
think
Book
Paul
got
George-
more assists.
I would say Paul George been more sloppy than
Reggie!
Reggie. Now Reggie can shoot
Hey.
that thing, man. Get Reggie his love. I've been saying, man, get Reggie his love.
What if Tyler?
You ain't been
How does he keep hitting this shit?
Oh, I did. Ask Ken, remember?
No, for real. Nah, seriously. How does he keep hitting this shit?
He's good, kid.
No, fuck that. How does he keep hitting this shit?
Good, kid.
Ooh, good play.
Y'all gotta get that man.
Wait, hold on. That was an elite hesitation.
Playing against Chris Paul every
And he
day.
fouled.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Playing against Chris Paul every day has made him a man.
Oh, 100%.
Because that dude went from not being in the league to leading this team right now.
Reggie is shooting like he fucking Curry.
Nah, he ain't
Reggie
that
just
far.
shooting with confidence, like
That's
he
all.
belongs. That's
That's
the
all.
reason why he's making it.
He's found a spot and a niche, and he knows that Paul George is not that aggressive, so he can kind of do his thing.
Look at his ball movement. Yep.
He's supposed to
Ayton, trying to bring Ayton back in.
It's the young boys. They too young. They don't know how to be in the
Sorry, been around for a game.
The culture's good.
He about to.
No,
it's coming.
He ain't gonna do it. He's smart enough. He gotta set the shit.
Go to the
You imbecile!
It was touched.
It was touched? Nah, I would say it didn't look touched.
I think Monty gonna wait till at least the 5-minute mark to bring.
He should bring him back right now.
Nah, he gonna wait till 6. He gonna wait till the 6-minute mark because Ty Lue bringing PG back.
That's why he should bring him
Did he
back.
touch
Oh yeah, no, he didn't touch it.
It's a 3-point game.
Ooh, he might have touched it.
He touched that ball.
He might have touched it.
That's
They
why
gonna
he went
replay
after
that.
Ask him.
Yeah,
to look at
he
it.
you gotta
challenged
replay that. Yeah, you got,
He
that's
touched
a
it.
big turn.
That's a huge possession. It's a fourth
Yep.
quarter. Yeah, I'm challenging
That's
that.
a huge possession.
Shit, you looking at the super chats?
Oh, I don't think we got any.
Yeah, we did. Drink more water. Reggie Jackson playing like Fred VanVleet in 2019.
No, for real.
That's exactly right.
This shit is a fluke.
It is. For
It ain't
Reggie
no
Jackson.
fluke.
It ain't no
He's
fluke,
just
cause
hot right
The
now.
only reason I would say, only reason I can't call it.
Series?
Yeah, that's why I say I can't call it a fluke.
No.
It'd have been a fluke if it was a couple games.
No,
if it was Austin Rivers game.
But you know why it is a fluke? Because he ain't gonna do this shit next season.
Why?
Fred VanVleet, he took what he did in the playoffs and said, okay, this is me.
Why you don't think he can?
Because Reggie's been this.
Yeah.
Reggie ain't been here though, and now Reggie feels comfortable.
It hasn't been where?
He has been to the conference finals.
Do you not remember?
I'm talking about there, where he is now. I'm talking about on this team.
In the Clippers.
And he
Do you
feeling
not remember
comfortable.
he was part of
on this
OKC?
team.
He was part of
Yes.
that NBA Finals run?
Yes.
Yeah, he was there, but
Yes.
he was a backup. But what I'm saying is he's never.
He wasn't
been
playing like that.
No,
though.
no,
Okay, that's what I'm
He
saying.
was like year 1 or 2.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't know what he was until afterwards.
We saw what he was in Detroit. Well, we saw what he wasn't. As B.
What's that
Detroit was
super
his only bad stop, right?
That was his only other stop outside of OKC.
Yeah, that's his only bad stop.
He was bad here.
Yeah, he wasn't. He
He wasn't this.
He wasn't this because that's why I
But
can't like
they
him.
paid him in Detroit to be the
No,
guy.
I'm not saying he was great. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying like if we're talking about like certain like his career
What's that
path.
super? We got a super chat.
They gave that man like $80 million to
Already-
be
already
the
said- I said
starting
all.
point guard in
One
Detroit.
just came through, I think.
No, that's
That was the one I said.
Oh.
But they paid that man Reggie Jackson like $80-some million to be the starting point guard.
Yeah, I don't-
Yeah, no, he fucked up in Detroit. He
I
definitely
just
fucked up.
think that these playoffs should catapult him and be like, okay, I've arrived.
No, it ain't no arrival, nah.
When I say
Yeah.
arrived, I'm talking about for him, meaning I can do this. Like I can be here.
Not even
I
that.
can average 18 points a game.
No,
Reggie
not
Jackson
even
averaged
no,
18.
Not even that.
you can't even you can't gaslight this man to believe.
Yeah, he can
No,
average 18 a game.
No, that's
Just
just
as
the worst.
harder than the regular season.
But it's only a stretch, and you can have a hot month. You can even have like a hot 3 months, a quarter, right, of a year.
You can have a hot year.
You can have a hot year. This is not who Reggie Jackson is. Now, what Reggie Jackson is, or I think what he, if he takes this and moves, in a positive direction with it, he could be a championship role player.
My thing is,
But that's not averaging 18. That's
that's
averaging about
Reggie gonna average
5 to 10 points in the regular season, and then you up it to 12 to 15.
I would say
He
this:
gonna average 17.
Reggie Jackson wasn't
Hell no.
as good as he thought he was in OKC, but he wasn't as bad as we saw him to be in Detroit.
I got a question.
He's like in between that.
Yeah, he gonna be.
Is
he's gonna
Reggie
average
Jackson
17
better than Derrick Rose?
No.
Right now,
Yes,
No.
right now.
No.
So then he not averaging 18 because Derrick Rose barely
17.
averaging. Derrick Rose barely averaging.
that is a
Well, they
phenomenal
didn't give
question. That's a
but
great
no,
question.
But no, you know
That
what
is
it
a great
was though?
question.
They didn't give Derrick Rose his love really until the playoffs.
Until he went to the Knicks.
And no, even at the Knicks, they didn't give him the love because he came off the bench.
No,
forever.
yeah,
Right?
he came off the bench, but he was always a favorite play. People fucked with him as like they saw how productive he was.
You know when I think that everybody turned the page with D Rose's injuries and just loved him as a human, the 50-point game in Minnesota. Because I feel that reminded everybody that
This nigga was an MVP.
He was an MVP.
Yeah.
And we see that he's a shell of himself, but it's the heart, the
Buckets.
will,
Shot.
and the
Buckets.
That boy
determination
can shoot, don't get no love.
Yep.
that got D Rose that 50-point game. And I
Booker
think
really letting Pat Bev get in his head.
And I think now D Rose has all of the flowers. No
Dennis
pun
Schroeder
intended.
did the same thing. If you remember.
That is a phenomenal.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that a fact?
Now, Book came back and lit their ass up the next game, but Schroeder got in their head. Schroeder got in Book's head.
Yeah.
The one thing I like about
Was it
Zubac,
KCP? Was it Schroeder or KCP?
It was Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder got in his head. He was talking shit.
Jumper.
It is.
And remember he had that hard foul on Dennis because he got mad.
the one thing I like
Had a hissy
about
fit.
Zubac is that he makes his free throws.
For a big man, that's a lot. And then he gets.
But
fouled.
he's a white boy, so I expect that. Ooh,
That
he
nose-
got that
that
on.
shit broke.
He got that on Wilson
That
nose,
shit
boy.
broke.
That's broke.
That's how his game look.
Oh, hey,
That's his game tonight, boy.
bro.
Oh, they got the Steve Nash joint. How she get that shit like
Hey
that?
man, the best shirt I saw though was that John Collins.
Yes, sir. I need that T-shirt,
What was
man.
it? Yeah, what was it? He had
Him dunking on Joel Embiid.
That alley that Trae threw.
John Collins talking too much shit for a nigga.
He was.
who on
He
a contract year.
He didn't do nothing that game. Nothing but that play.
It was the player.
But that was a
John
beautiful
Collins
play.
is looking real. What's his name? Ooh,
That's a veteran move.
he
Right
looking he looking real. Tristan Thompson is
Yeah.
talking a lot more shit than you need to.
Yeah, like
but Tristan got paid.
I'm
John
gonna
Collins
be-
going
I'm
that
gonna be-
payday too.
You can't put
You
your
know,
arm out
Book
there
is
like
struggling from the floor, but he's doing a really good job of getting to the fucking line.
No,
floor
he's doing a really good job of getting to the line. But that's what you said.
Yeah,
That's
that's
smart.
exactly what he just
You know what I'm
said.
saying? Like he's doing a really good job to keep them in this game. Cause without him,
He's having an amazing floor game. And that's why I be saying, like, even though D Book is a scorer, you don't have to make shots to control the flow of the game. D Book is doing that in spurts. He's getting to the free throw line. He's getting assists. I don't know how many assists he has, but I know he's between him and Payne, they got number 1 and number 2 most assists on the squad. Like, D Book is showing why, and I can speak for Beasley in this regard. Why we said we would take D Book over Klay Thompson. A lot of this shit that
I
D
don't care
Book
what
is
y'all
doing.
say.
I know, and that's cool. That's not.
I wouldn't do that.
That's not the
I
popular
would
opinion.
take Clay over Book.
I
Definitely
wouldn't.
take Clay over Book.
You know why?
It's not a huge takeover. I would prefer him.
The biggest difference, right? Like Clay plays better defense, but what D Book does offensively with the ball in terms of playmaking and the other thing. Ooh, he almost jumped that boy. But the other things that he does with the ball in his hand, Clay can't
That
do
ain't
that.
your shot.
That's his shot
He
today.
He said, shut the fuck up.
He said that's his shot today, boy. Hey, got you on that. I told you, where's Pat Bev?
Pat Bev.
Pat Bev.
Oh, that's why they in this game. 1 of 9 from 3.
We got to
Yeah, I told you
they hit-
you
they-
called that
and the
earlier. You
Clippers
said
hit
they been
7.
shutting down their 3-point shooting.
Yup, 1-on-1. Let's go.
get fouled.
Woo, good pass. Good swing.
Good rotation,
Look, that's-
though.
That is good
If
rotation.
they can two you to
That
death,
is
that's
damn
fine.
good rotation.
I'd rather.
Oh, there you go.
You got to get that rebound.
And you gotta make that shot.
That's what's
Crowder
his name?
back. Crowder back.
Shouter.
But that was a good rebound. Yeah. Here you go.
Oh, he ain't.
Booyah!
Oh, no, he can't. He never do it when you expect him.
That was a good shot.
He always do it.
If he had made that, this game would have been
Bro,
tied.
this game is close.
How did the Clippers be getting some lucky ass damn shots, bro?
Cam Payne has 27.
Why is Ayton not getting more touches?
He just got
Is
back
that
in the
right?
game.
Drink more water with the super chat says Cam Payne got
I
27.
told you they was gonna wait to the 5-minute mark.
What the fuck was that?
Did y'all hear that?
Campaign has 20, yeah.
27 and 6.
And that was also Chowder's fault. Chowder.
Hey, that's what his name is.
Crowder. He should have stayed in the corner. He shouldn't have cut.
And they got him out the game. Oh, no. He's still
He in
in
there.
there. Who they take out?
They need his defense.
Cam Johnson, probably.
Mm-hmm. They took out Cam.
He hasn't done much this
Who's
game
that?
either.
What's
Bridges.
his name?
Bridges.
He's not. They don't rely on him every
They. I'm telling you, man, the Clippers.
That's why you know that this is a
Ooh,
good
gotcha.
team. Why he could have went on and went with that.
Oh,
Is that-
hell
man,
no.
Don't get ahead of
Why
yourself,
they?
young
That's what
man.
I'm saying. These are the times where you need to come back in the game, a layup or something. Why y'all keep shooting threes?
They gotta work
Because
the
they
ball to
hit
PG.
them shit.
They gotta work the ball to PG and get they star player in the game to close this shit out.
That's
If
cash.
he makes this,
Nah.
I thought
got
he got
fouled.
fouled too.
he got fouled.
See, now PG's gonna force
Pull
this.
it. Pull it.
Don't pull it.
PG's gonna force this shot.
He keep trying to dribble, and they keep. He just so careless with the ball
He
right
just
now.
want to take his time with shit.
There you go.
He got to make that.
Ayton be snatching rebounds.
He got to. That's the only way they're gonna win this game. Booker gonna score. He gonna make this.
He may not. He been struggling.
He gonna make this. He gonna break him down. He ain't gonna shoot.
That's a beautiful defense.
He ain't gonna shoot the
step
shot.
Step up, Reggie.
Cut.
Get back.
Cut.
Ooh.
I like that.
That's stifling defense.
That's like, get out of my way. I got him.
Why did you not have a hand up?
Why is he shooting that?
All right, now campaign.
All right, this is. They've been rallying.
What was Zubac doing?
That's a bad foul, PG.
That's a jump ball.
No.
Wow. That's a jump ball or foul?
That gotta be a foul.
Yeah, like you went around his whole back, bro.
Then not.
You didn't get the ball. Like that shit don't work like that. PG.
The ref said jump ball.
They call jump ball like off.
But no, this don't work like that. He got the rebound, and you went around.
Oh, I see.
That's jump ball.
I see. Nah, he got get a hand underneath.
I don't know about that.
Then why the ref call it?
But they need to Monty. Oh, so now we got to look at the coach because Phoenix has struggled. Payne shot a hero shot. The other one he was slightly open. You got to run a play for either Ayton or Book. To get them an easy bucket or at the free throw line.
It shouldn't be a question right now. It should be Booker running it, a screen and roll, getting the ball to Ayton at the basket like you've been doing, like you did last game.
Yeah.
That's what should be the play at this point.
Or ISO D-Book and let him get the shot or go to the free throw line.
They've
been shutting him down. So my thing is, I would try Ayton.
Because they're running two guys at him.
In 3 possessions, D-Book got to the free throw line 2 times.
I know, but now they're starting to run
That's
guys
4
at him.
points.
Well, the way he got to the line those times was they fouled him on the jumper, which it was coming off. The ball wasn't in his hand.
I feel you.
He was coming
and
off.
Then
the other time he swung through.
Okay.
So it's kind of like those plays weren't. It wasn't like him making a move to get a foul.
No. And you're going too far ahead. I'm talking about the one that he got in the paint, pump fake twice, and got
Terrence Mann was defending him though.
Exactly.
My thing is with Pat Bev is playing him straight up.
No, he is. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that Book is getting to the line. So you either run campaign.
That's it.
That's his hand.
Campaign.
Yeah.
You either run him and Deandre Ayton pick and roll, get to the basket, all of that type of stuff, or you isolate D-Book and let D-Book do what he does.
Book got a post game
roll with D-Book.
Or you can do the pick and roll with D-Book.
Does have both them.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's why you run it with D-Book, because both of them gonna run a Book, and he got.
Yeah.
He ain't stronger than Pat. Like overwhelmingly stronger. He's probably stronger, but ain't that much.
I don't even know if he's strong because Pat Bev knows how to use his
That's
leverage.
what I'm saying. Like Pat Bev's smart, so he ain't gonna just let him body his ass.
He knows how to use that leverage. Now he'll commit a dumb foul every now and again, but for the most part, Pat Bev is still a solid.
Gran
defender.
Turismo going to Xbox? That might change. Me getting this Xbox instead of this goddamn PlayStation that I can't.
Hey.
Don't even say that. You just saying that because you ain't got it. That's the only reason why you saying that.
I'm doing well, shit, bro. I can't get my hand. I'm not paying resale.
Bro, you have to be on it. You gotta follow all the accounts.
Bro, I am. I even got people sending me, like, when I see it, I click on the link and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That should be sold out like that.
That's when he broke his nose.
Oh my goodness.
That looked terrible right there.
Yeah, and it wouldn't stop bleeding.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Shit.
He was getting his eyes shit.
See, look at how Pat Bev's head reverberated.
Woo. Pat Bev didn't even know what happened. He was like, I ain't even touching.
Yep. He ain't feel that shit at first.
I'm bleeding.
But you hit him.
Yeah, bro.
Somebody need to win this game because they both just shooting bullshit shots.
Yeah, ain't nobody making no baskets.
There
That's
you
a
go.
good shot.
That's a cash.
There you go.
That was
Out
a
of
great
timeout.
play.
What's that?
Was a great
Execution.
play.
But that's up, Monty. Monty, you call a play.
Yep.
Yeah. And it wasn't a Booker play. It wasn't an Ayton play. It wasn't even a campaign play. It was a Bridges play.
One of him.
Now, you got to make that
Nah, he
call.
missed that.
Nah, he ain't
Got
gonna
to
miss
make
that.
that. Should have made
Hey,
that.
PG.
That was a
Just
great
stick-
execution
That
from
was
both
good.
teams.
That was.
From both teams, because it wasn't bad defense either way. Now you back to basketball. Ain't no plays right now. It's just basketball.
Now you gotta run
There
something.
you go. Pick and roll. Where D-Book at? You not see.
Zubac did not move. He wasn't. That was just a big shot. Zubac never came off that.
That's the shots that I'm expecting Ayton to hit. You got to score.
There you go. You got your big man.
Get the ball.
He told Paul George, come on get it. He told him to come get it. He was standing there watching him.
They call a foul?
Yeah, it was.
It must have been on Crowder.
It was. He bodied him. He should have took the
They're
shot.
not in the bonus yet?
The next foul, they'll be in the bonus. When it's under 2 minutes, 2 fouls get you to the bonus.
He got that shot, too.
You know, in most cases, I would say if the Clippers lost, they're in trouble, but that don't mean nothing.
And they both, and it's all on the road, too. Both losses.
That's a good shot.
Why Giannis ain't got that? Like when I watch other basketball players,
Ooh, nice pass.
when I watch other guys, I'm just like, I don't understand.
Booker gave that thing right back.
No reason to expend that type of energy to just dribble the ball when you got this little cockroach on you like that. There you go.
That's that defense that I hate. It'll make you sick.
He been getting that shot.
Damn.
All game, he's been getting that shot.
Ooh,
passing that
go
too.
get it. Oh, that's all Zubac.
It is. Look like it's
That's
all
all
Zubac's
Zubac.
foot.
What do you call a jump ball?
That's a
Nah,
collapse.
man, look at that.
It's under 2 minutes. They can't be
Yeah.
That's a collapse.
You know the crazy part is?
Do they automatically review or do they
They have to.
challenge?
Oh, no,
Under
under 2 minutes,
Okay.
it's automatic.
Yeah, they automatic.
Man, that's on Zubac. Oh,
Nah,
no, that's off a pick. Oh, I don't know. He can't
nah,
see
they
from
hit
that.
Ainge's foot.
It hit Zubac's foot.
You gotta see it from the other angle. At least it looked like it hit it off
Yeah,
Ainge's
Ayton's
foot.
It hit watch him bounce it off Zubac's leg.
That's Ayton, Zubac, right there. The black, yeah.
that's
But then he bounced it off his foot right there.
Oh, you mean the
Right at the very
yeah.
end. Right at the very end.
That's actually Phoenix ball.
But that's not a good angle though.
You could see it better from this angle right here.
Not this angle.
Watch him bounce it off Zubac's leg. Right there.
Oh.
Was that on
wait.
Did it hit the line
Nah.
before he did that though?
I need to see the other angle.
Yeah, the other angle's better.
Because I see his hand touched it.
And it's like he moved
You
it
need a
to Zubac's
baseline
leg.
angle. Here it go
Yeah,
right
there
here.
you go.
What was Paul George doing? Like what are you doing?
That's a big man. He's never thinking he's getting the ball
That's
right
what I'm
there.
saying. Like, bro, you'd be like, hey, bro, come here.
Ayton's hand, Ayton's foot. Oh, wait.
Right there.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Did Ayton touch the ball as it was out of bounds?
I don't know. That's tough. That's a tough
This
call.
is the angle.
They're gonna have to jump ball. Just jump
Yeah.
ball.
Well, and that's what they called. That's that was the ruling on the court. So
I think they should have an official upstairs just to review stuff.
They need to get rid of official.
That way it'd be quicker because he could have been reviewed. Just
Yep.
by the time
As soon as it happened.
get the TV out, look at it. We trying to be in the moment of the game. Give me an official call upstairs.
Everybody getting timeout. Hella plays being drawn up.
Yeah, it would have been over by now. He'd have watched it 5 times
Ayton?
by now.
yeah, that's off of Zubac because when
Oh,
Ayton-
right there.
Yeah,
I see
because
it. I see what y'all see.
Right
Right there, dog.
Yep.
It bounced off his knee.
Yep.
Watch, right there.
Boom.
Yeah.
That
Did you see
redirect.
Because Ayton's foot is behind him.
Bam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Monty's right there. Nick, where Rondo at?
They need to go to him. He'll win them the game. Hey, he'll win them the game, honestly.
He never break character, boy.
Hey, I bet. I tell you what.
They wouldn't be in the situation if Rondo was passing the
If
ball, and I'll
CP
tell you
had
that
been
shit.
hanging with LeBron, that didn't touch his leg though.
His hand.
It touched his foot right there. Look like.
That's the hand that I saw. Ayton's hand.
Yep.
And this is y'all.
No, it's
Yeah,
eight,
right
both.
there, right
it's
there,
Ayton's
right there.
hands.
Right.
No, it touched both Ayton's hands. When I thought it was bouncing off his leg, it was touching his other hand.
Oh,
You're right.
This
Ken.
ain't Clipper ball.
That's Clippers ball.
I told you, bro.
I got.
Yeah, you got glasses.
I got
You
them for a
glasses.
reason, man.
I'll tell you what though, if CP3 was healthy and wasn't hanging with LeBron, he'd be playing.
You said he hang with him. Hey, if Kawhi
That's
Leonard
funny.
was healthy, if both teams was healthy, the Clippers winning this series.
Oh, they be with. No, I was just saying he'd be playing and not.
Yeah, I was gonna say like even this game, I don't know if Kawhi changes much in this game.
Well, he would have because
Of course
of
he
these
would.
possessions down the
Yeah,
stretch.
bro, they had like 3 minutes where both teams didn't score for shit.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do.
Kawhi scored.
That's when Kawhi would have.
Reggie Jackson to the rescue.
Kawhi goes through
There you go. Look at it. I can tell how he dribbling
They ain't
it up.
doing it.
I can tell how he dribbling, man.
There you go.
That's a
Luke.
beautiful shot out of the timeout or whatever the fuck.
Ty Lue getting everything out of these dudes, man.
Mm-hmm.
He the Black Brad Stevens.
It's like Luke Kennard was nothing in Detroit.
He didn't even play him.
I mean, he had
the last
Reggie Jackson wasn't either.
Yeah.
Was that offensive foul? Oh, they called offensive
He
foul.
hit him in that same spot.
That's that.
I don't know about that. That's
Come
Did
on,
he
man.
throw his arm?
But that's inadvertent. Like you can't call that.
But
on
they've been
offensive
calling.
play.
They've been calling
But they
all
call
those-
inadvertence offensive
Yeah.
fouls.
Huh?
Come on, Book.
Nah, bro.
Offensive foul.
They got it.
No, that's a flop and a half.
No,
in
he
their
pushed him.
hand.
Look, he pushed him off of him, bro.
Oh man,
He lost
no,
it.
You
He
challenging
lost-
this? You challenging this?
Yeah,
Bro,
that's
he
not a
lost,
foul.
he lost the ball and he pushed him off to get to the ball.
So
But
you
the
said
f-
that that's the reason why he went to the floor like that?
No, he did flop. He sold it, but he also fouled him. That's offensive foul.
That's not
Oh man, that ain't
Offen-
raise his
off-
lips.
Yeah, offensive players have the right to cuff players when they come around the corner.
They don't know. They call offensive foul when you cuff.
No, they don't.
When you do a
You gotta
code,
hook him. He didn't hook him like that.
Oh, y'all gonna make me goddamn go into the YouTube vault and pull out hella plays when niggas turn the corner. And
Oh, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying he wasn't hooking
Well, I'm gonna put it this
Beverly
way.
like that.
It ain't
For
gonna
it
be enough to reverse it.
Yeah, gotta be.
this game,
I don't think they're gonna reverse that
this
call.
game is insane.
Wow,
They going back.
bro, this is not a foul.
I don't think it is either, but
What league is that?
I don't think you.
That's League 2, the restart.
Oh, CJ.
Yeah, yeah.
CJ's playing who?
Adrian.
What's the score?
It's 47.
But you know what, Shelton? They're probably gonna leave it as is.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't gonna be enough for them to overturn it because it technically those should be called fouls. Not that one, but
Adrian just
I'm talking about
called
when
it.
they do the hook thing we talking
You gotta
about.
watch it.
They should call them fouls.
But the
they don't.
flop
They going back and
though,
forth
like
the whole time.
Yeah, the flop part is what he gonna probably get fined for.
they don't find them. They say they're supposed to find them, but they don't ever find them for the flops. It's like been one person found it in the last.
Who's streaming? CJ.
Yeah.
He didn't even get hit.
Oh, no,
Oh, he got blood.
Seahawks.
No,
He got
CJ
some blood
streaming.
though, kid.
Yep, they kept it.
Yeah, he was bleeding, so I can't really argue.
So all Seahawks need is a field goal.
He fucked up, bro. He was up by 14.
Booker got to do a better job of being mentally tough and not letting Pat Bev get him down like
Booker
this.
got to score. That's all he got to do.
If Adrian plays cover 2 right here, he's about to lose the game.
So if Phoenix loses this game, do y'all blame it on Booker?
No.
He caught that shit. Oh my god.
Now that one was more foul than the last one though. Don't you think?
I didn't see that play. Hold on.
Watch this play, cause he got his legs. Watch.
Oh yeah, that's a foul.
that's a foul.
That's a foul.
He yanked
That's a
his
foul.
ass.
That's a foul.
That's what I'm saying. That last one was questionable. Even though he was bleeding, it still wasn't a foul. But that one was a foul. So if they lose,
I'm looking at Booker, man. I know he got 18 and 5, but he's
He got to show up.
it's his mental. He letting Pat Bev fuck with him,
And he got one more.
and it's been the whole game.
He got
and
one more foul till he foul out.
And it's thrown him off. He's out of rhythm. He's in his own head. The Lakers did the same thing.
Yeah, this game is crazy.
I mean, they're both playing like shit, but Booker, he could get better shots. He's trying to make a point.
He's kidding me. Oh my god.
Here we go.
Wow. Wow. That's Adrian.
But you know what? That's partly Adrian's fault, bro. How you gonna leave that motherfucker 1-on-1?
Because he went to him the play before doing the
Don't
same.
do it, Payne.
That's a good adjustment.
Payne wanted Major Payne.
Don't do it. I said don't do it.
What you gonna do, PG?
But did you see that?
What you gonna do, PG?
Go.
Oh, took the lead.
Oh,
smooth.
Took the fucking lead.
I want us to watch that last possession on defense, though. Did you see the defensive switching they were doing? Mm-hmm. The way they were switching those screens was beautiful. That was a great. Who
the fuck told him that he could do this?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? This is where he should have went to his CP3 bag and pulled up and made Zubac come to him. You went to Zubac land.
Yeah.
You're not gonna beat Zubac in Zubac land. You gotta pull up, pump fake, make Zubac come at you.
If he would have pump fake, they would have won the game.
Yep.
Give it to fucking Booker. I'm sorry.
Why don't Booker have the ball?
Why didn't Payne give it to him?
I don't know. I don't.
That just makes no sense.
That's the last couple of possessions. Well,
Booker's had it, but at that point, Payne. That's why I said don't do it, Payne. Like you're getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
Like give it to Booker or bring it. I
want to go back and see what Booker was because I didn't see where he was.
He was out. He was on the outskirts.
Was he asking for the ball? Like
I don't know. I didn't
even pay attention to.
Payne was looked like Payne was just like
he was already gone.
Yeah. And he thought he could get by
because he's been getting that.
But it's been to the right side
that extension.
Yeah, but he's going to the right and he's going up with his left hand out. You know, he's kind of putting it away from him.
Right.
This he's going underneath the rim up this, so it's easier for him to come around and block it.
All right, this it right here. Now this Booker time.
Mm-hmm. They put Cam on it.
I'm
inbound this shit, nigga.
But I wonder why they hadn't tried to go to Ayton at all. Good move. That's his spot.
Ooh,
that's his spot.
Great shot.
Clutch.
Big shot.
Great shot.
He got to his spot.
Wow.
Right there at the elbow is his shot.
See,
wow.
And I'm gonna bring the G man back. What is Giannis' spot?
Oh, come on, man. Wait, let's finish the game, man.
Why are you shitting on Giannis when he got to the conference finals?
Because he's not going to
He did what he was supposed to do, bro.
But he's not going to win.
That's
nothing.
beautiful. Right?
He is going.
Giannis got to be able to get to that.
We'll talk about this after this game. Because we going to bet money.
That's beautiful.
We going to bet
money. We already bet money on something.
We did. I forgot what it was.
Because I want to see this defense. Can they get a stop?
Hell no.
Hey, I think. Was it for the series?
It'll be easier for Phoenix to stop.
The Hawks was going to win.
Would you let Booker guard
I thought you were talking about the next Bucks series.
No.
Because he's not. I mean, he's been going. So I'll give him props. He's been checking PG-13. Like he's at. So I'll give him props.
I wouldn't want him on PG-13 at this point.
Who would you put on him though? Crowder?
Not Crowder. It would be Bridges.
Because Crowder be fouling too.
I like Bridges more than Crowder, even though it's most likely gonna be Crowder.
Honestly, I would probably throw Cam Johnson in there for size and then switchability. So
who you taking out?
I'll probably take out Cameron Payne.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I have more length out there. So they run pick and rolls. I still got size on PG.
Yeah, regardless, anybody can match up.
Anybody can match up with him.
PG about to go for shit.
Yep. So why
are you saying that, man?
Why? Because I feel it.
Don't do it.
It's about to happen.
All right, they lost.
Reggie Jackson
they
about
lost.
to take this shot.
Reggie?
If Reggie take this shot, if he make it kid, he might.
Nah, this PG time, baby.
Nah.
PG wants his respect.
I don't know. I don't trust. I don't have a good feeling about that.
He just hit a layup. He just hit 2 clutch.
The best thing they can do is get fouled.
Yeah,
the best thing they can do is get fouled.
Yeah, bro, that was an MJ Kobe pull up.
The best thing they can do is get a foul. They gotta waste time though. I wouldn't go for a quick shot.
No, you run your offense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he got the ball and you got Crowder on him. And he put up the same spot.
Got it.
That's a good shot.
You left
That's
too
a
much
good shot.
time.
And you see they put Cam Johnson out there.
Yeah, you called it people.
And they took Cam Payne out.
They gonna have to get double team.
All right, let's see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, the double
no,
team.
one on
Yeah,
one.
that's smart. That's smart. Flash double. Good hands.
Pat Bear like, hey, this is what I want. This is what they're
Good
paying
hands,
me for.
I'm surprised he went for that shit. I'm like, nigga, if he shoot the free throws, it's a wrap.
Oh, he asked him to look at it.
Oh, shit.
He asked him to look at it.
Don't say, nah, he over here just saying that
Yeah,
shit.
he's just doing it to kind of mess with his head a little bit.
They gonna have to look at it, though.
I hope Terrence Mann ain't not there.
He coming back.
I don't need him on defense right now.
Nah, he can't
They
be
just
off.
let. I told y'all PG was gonna hit that.
It can't be off Booker.
I didn't think he was going
It
to
cannot be off Booker.
PG has confidence.
If this is off Booker, it's not. Oh.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's Pat Bev being Pat Bev.
That's a smart move to ask them to review it though.
Well, hold on.
It's not. It didn't.
It's
The
not.
ball
No,
didn't.
look at when he touched it. Look at when he touched it. It goes right back to.
The ball didn't change the
It goes
route.
right back to Booker. That's what I'm saying.
That's on Booker's
It
hand.
goes right back to Booker. I
Booker
think.
pushed it down. He
Yeah, look.
This is not a good
He
way.
pushed
Look,
it. He pushed it up.
Look,
at
watch.
this.
Pat Bev's hand is off.
Right here.
Booker's hand is on.
Right there.
That's
That's Booker's hand is on the ball.
What
I hate when they make that call, man. They've made this call before, but come on, man. 9 times out of 10,
You say this shouldn't decide the game.
right? 9 times out of 10, this is
Look,
always
look right
off the
there.
defender.
It
I
should
get
be.
it, but
It should be.
But they always do this.
But look, he's pushing down.
They did this to LeBron before.
Yeah, his hand is still on the rock though.
Yeah, that's. That,
I mean, by the law of the land, that's all book.
He's the last person to touch it.
But
And
how
that's
many
the
times?
rule.
I understand that's the rule, but how many times have they not called that though?
that's regular season, though, right?
And that's not under review. That's not under review.
It's
Under
always
review,
off the last. It's always mostly off of their hand when somebody tip it out like that. When they knock it out their hands.
That's crazy. Pat Bev really got in his head.
That's just a great defensive play, man.
It is.
That's
No, I'm
not-
just talking about throughout this whole game. Pat Bev, like Booker gonna be like, this nigga fucked me up.
Nah, man.
He let Dennis Schroeder. I've been saying it the whole game. The whole game. He let Pat Bev get in his. He saw Pat Bev checking him, and he wanted to.
He thought he was gonna exploit it.
He wanted to put.
Clippers ball.
Wow.
Clippers ball.
Wow. With 9 seconds left, they're going to win this game.
Hold on, bro. Don't say that. Because PG could fuck up the bin bound pass.
I hate that call.
That's a beautiful defensive
It's
play, though.
beautiful defensively, Ken.
No, I still hate the call.
And he got it. If he loses a game.
Because they can call. You know how many
Once
times
again-
they could call this
See, Ken,
in
back
a
in the day,
game?
back in the day, they wouldn't call it because there was no replay. It would have been automatically off Pat Bev, and the game would have just went on. But now that they got
extensive and slow motion
But,
replay and all
yeah, slow motion and all this stuff that they're using the technology. Now you see like, but I like what you're saying.
It's like you're like in real time. That's Phoenix ball.
You knock the ball out.
So you're using exactly. Like I don't like it. I don't like the call. I think it's cheap. Let the man. I don't know. I know, and I knew they were gonna do it because they did it to LeBron, and I think Pat Bev did the same shit to LeBron, and he had hit the ball and then it went off LeBron's fingertips. But anytime somebody hit the ball, it should theoretically, based on this shit, be the other team's ball.
But it's not that simple. It used to be that simple, but it's not that simple.
They making it more complicated though than it has to be.
But Ken, but they got the call right. The call is right. At the end of the day, I understand what it used to be in yesteryear, but this call is right.
But they don't do that.
I was gonna say to his point though, do you want the call to decide the game or?
I want the call to be right, regardless if it decides the game or not. As long as the call is right, I can live with that.
I can't because it's not consistent. Like the only time they call that is when they review it. It's not a consistent play.
Because you can't see that with the naked eye.
Then he Luke.
But if you know in a review that it happens, then you can just automatically just call it now.
Luke Kennard is getting this ball.
No, it's gonna go to Paul George like always.
They should have ran somebody at Paul George and forced the ball out of his hand.
Oh, they still gonna get a shot though.
Mm-hmm.
Paul George got to make his free throw.
He got to make his free throws.
This is when they. But 5-point lead.
Is Phoenix out of timeout?
No,
Booker
it's gonna be a
2
3-point
turnovers.
It's gonna be this is gonna be
A bad offensive foul they called, which wasn't an offensive foul. That was bad.
He missed 3 free throws already? Come on.
And then that turnover. And then Pat Bev.
Pat Bev.
this is the Pat Bev game.
Yes, it
and Reggie
is.
Jackson
And then
game.
Cameron Payne. This is what I tell y'all when niggas get ahead of themselves.
Pat Bev and Reggie Jackson. Oh, Luke Kennard played good. It was a
Nah,
lot of good
the Suns have to
performances.
win this game. You can't. Oh
Wow.
my God! The Suns have to win this game.
Wow.
Because you can't let campaign have a game like that
And wasted.
and waste it.
No, CP3 coming back though.
No,
So,
but still, like CP don't want to come back that tied 1-1.
I don't think
Paul
he cares.
George.
And Phoenix is laying it on him right
Yeah,
now.
that might do it for the Clippers for this series because he might be back in his own head again now after that.
Nah, they gotta. If he makes it,
Because if CP3, damn, Paul George, show him some respect.
why?
Look at that fourth quarter.
He missed the free throw he's supposed to make though.
This is
That was
the
a
game
huge
right
free
here.
throw.
Fuck what you do in the fourth quarter if you can't steal a game.
Oh, he short arm too. He short arm two of them
No,
things.
man.
No, that is playoff P at his finest.
They haven't won the game.
But that free throw
Okay,
said a
Kevin.
lot. Because he didn't short arm that one. He overshot it. He was thinking that shot. He thought
He's all
that
up
free
in
throw.
here.
He was shaking the whole
Nah.
time.
Nick Anderson
No, he
that thing,
wasn't.
boy.
He was shaking when he was at the
The
line.
game, they're gonna win the game.
All right, kid. Why you
They're
keep
gonna win
saying that?
the game. Who's gonna hit the shot? Booker. Booker been fucking up. He wants it too
It
bad.
ain't even gonna be Booker. It's gonna be Ayton. This is what we talk about, FIFA. Ayton
Hell,
go.
yeah.
No, 8
It's gonna
seconds.
be
I'm not
campaign.
going to no goddamn DeAndre Ayton right now.
I'm not.
Every campaign.
Hell no. There's only one person that should shoot this ball. I know it. Phoenix knows it,
Man, they say free Caruso.
and the Clippers know it.
I'm just saying this. If when the Suns win this game,
It's not gonna happen, man.
I don't see how the Clippers come back 0-2 from this one.
It's not gonna happen. They're gonna miss this shot, and it's gonna go 1-1. CP3 gonna come back, restore order, because we all know a CP3 here. They close this game out easy.
They got a lot of time though, man. That's like 8 seconds on the clock.
Yeah,
No,
but they gotta go fast enough just in case they miss to give themselves a chance at another
Nah,
shot.
Booker is gonna look at Pat Bev in dead in the eye.
Yes, 12 Kyle. He choked. He really did choke.
It don't matter. Okay,
It don't
It
matter.
does
it's a
matter.
choke. It's
Let's
a choke.
go, D-Book.
It's a
Make-
choke if
Let's
they lose
go,
the
White
game.
Mamba.
It's a choke either way because they shouldn't even be in position to lose this
He can't
game.
even get the ball in.
Watch this.
That was smart. That was brilliant.
That's game.
Oh,
That was off Ayton. That was off Ayton. You got to look at that.
who's?
Point eight. Well,
That's a good shot though. I Bridges can hit that.
He did exactly what he's supposed to do when you see the double team coming.
But
in.
his
They
heart-
said it wasn't gonna be Booker.
His heart was racing too bad.
That's why.
Hey,
He went
hey, hey, Pat was like, "Hey, Book, I'm talking to you.
He was
Good
like,
game,
"Book,
bro.
Book."
Good game, bro." Hey, Pat is an asshole. I fuck with him. This was
Look,
a great play though.
That's the same thing we
That
talked
was a
about with
great
Steph
play.
Curry. When
Look
you
at
see
this.
the double team coming, you get rid of it.
He should have had that.
He rushed the shot,
He did.
It's a young team. It's a
and
young
that's
team,
off
though.
DeAndre Ayton's hand.
Why did Book run into the double team? Am I missing something?
I think that was meant to.
Nah,
happen.
He didn't even see
didn't-
it coming,
No,
I
he
don't
didn't
think.
run to the double team. Nicholas Batum just did it.
Yeah, but he went like everybody was on this side of this
So he
side of
should've
the
cut
court.
to the middle?
So yeah, why didn't he go to the middle?
I think
He
that
was
a
going that way. Batum came and
Yeah,
just.
Batum came. He came
just
out
came
of
too
nowhere.
quick.
Yeah,
No, I
quick.
saw Batum, but when he got the ball, Booker went to the right, and Batum came up.
Booker got the ball, took a dribble with his left hand. Batum came, he passed.
Oh.
Yeah, it was quick. It was quick. He was going his spot. Is what he was going to do. Book was getting to that spot. That elbow.
that
free throw
that
line.
should have been a 3.
It looked like he was trying to set up for a 3, and then Batum came.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought he
I'm
was
talking
gonna.
about
You
the.
know what Bridges should have done?
Bridges should
Pump.
have drunk.
Pump fake.
Because
Watch.
anybody,
Here
any
you go.
defender.
Here you go.
Look.
Watch.
Well, see, you see, he not
Yeah,
gonna
he went to the right.
He wasn't. He
That's what I'm
wasn't coming.
saying.
He didn't know that double team was even coming because
He should've
Batum
known
had
that.
his back to him.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
the
know.
play.
Yeah.
So he was gonna go to his spot. He was going right with his dominant hand.
Because Batum,
He was going right.
after Buddy inbounded, Batum looked like he was going to go, and then
He turned right back around. Yeah, he flipped that into a double team trap.
Yeah, which is
Once again, I don't know if that was a call from the bench or that was him, but
yeah.
it was a great defensive play. You got the ball out of that man's hands and you put it in Bridges' hands, and I'd rather Booker over Bridges. Any day.
Bridges. You know how many
Take the
times
shot
Bridges
from him.
hit that shot?
You know what? Bridges should have pump fake and let Reggie get into the air and then.
Yeah,
Throw that thing
he
up.
rushed the shot. No
I
matter
wasn't
what.
gonna call it.
Yeah, he did because he was nervous. I will say this though.
He bailed out PG.
For-
Now it's 8 time.
For a playoff series without LeBron and all the superstars, we are really getting some good basketball.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
I don't understand why people think otherwise.
Well, see, here's the thing with that for me.
Casual fans.
Casual fans. It's not to do with the basketball purists like us. We gonna watch no matter who plays. But the casual fan knows names.
Ayton's not
somebody
out there,
said
is
it's
he?
I think it was Ken.
Yeah, he is. He at the top.
I see him.
He's the closest person to Cam Johnson.
Like Ken said, he goes by who his wife knows. Great plays.
I told you.
Over.
Oh no. That gotta count.
That counts.
That gotta count.
That's the game. Why did y'all let them do that? Like y'all didn't. Like you didn't know. My thing. All 5 of my men would have been at the basket.
Hold on.
Oh. Somebody might get suspended.
Because you can tip dunk it. You got enough time to tip dunk it, right?
Yeah, but
you can't push. You can't push. It don't matter.
That's game.
Hold on.
That counts.
Was that had to have counted?
What's the ruling?
It counted, I guess.
It has to count.
Offensive interference.
Nah, how?
Was his hands over the ceiling?
No. That
that
wasn't
go in
a
the
shot.
basket?
Was his hands
Nah.
It didn't go in the basket.
No. It did go in the basket. But look.
The clock had already started.
That's game.
Oh, no. It's like 0.4 on the clock, though.
Yeah, the clock
It's like
should have
0.4 on
started.
the clock.
No, it's 0.9.
No, but I'm saying after he dunks it, it's 0.4 on the clock.
Oh, it's time left on the clock.
There's still time
The
left
clock
on
started early.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
No. If you look at it, it started when the ball was in the air. Oh, he's in the cylinder. Is that goaltending?
Nah.
I was like, dunking.
Boy,
technically is-
if they take that shit away,
they're not gonna take that away.
That's an offensive foul, is what it is.
They're not gonna call that. See, the ball was gonna miss the cylinder completely. DeAndre was just there.
What are they debating?
Turn it up a little bit, Ken.
Yeah.
I think they trying to reverse this shit.
Yeah, I'll try to reverse it. He grabbed
What are
that
they
man's
debating?
whole. He grabbed his whole jersey and pulled him away. That's what they should have called.
Offensive goaltender.
How?
This was a great game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look at that foul though.
Yeah, he pushed him in the D-book.
It's
But you-
either that or time
But
on
do
the
you
clock.
see the clock is already running? The clock is running when the ball is inbound. Nobody's touching. Look at the clock.
Nope.
Oh, it ain't running there.
See, that's what I'm saying.
There it goes,
It
running.
did run- it did
It's running
run.
when he touches it, and that's what
No,
I'm
it's
saying.
running before he touches
on
it.
the clock.
It must be clock. It must be time left on the clock.
It's 0.4 left on the clock.
It should be.
But the basket is good.
Oh, but they got to take the ball up from back court.
Yeah,
not
from
half
back court with no timeout, so you can't invest the ball.
Yeah, that's the game.
Technically, you can heave that shit.
Yeah.
and make
That's
it.
the game.
No, you can't.
Well, you can't. You can
You
only
can- you can
the
shoot
the
with
Derek
0.4.
Fisher shit.
You can only tap
0.4.
it.
And this is
You can catch and shoot at 0.4.
This is why it comes back to free throws.
Yeah, you run it.
Bruh, if he
The only
run-
thing they can hope for is they
Game
get fouled.
not over yet. Hold on.
It's over.
We'll talk about PG in a
What they
second.
should have done was I would have thought they'd put everybody under the basket. We ain't guarding nobody. Why the heck was he guarding Ayton way out there? Where is Ayton gonna go?
But that's if this lasts, that's coaching. That's a good ATO to have him that far out so you can run that screen to get him to the rim. Like this was perfect.
And I love the play design because look at how they got Book setting that pick on the back end.
Nobody
brilliant.
thinking about Ayton.
Huh? That's
They-
Book. Book set the
Somebody-
pick.
I know, but they're thinking about.
See, look at Zubac. Zubac should be under the
Is
basket.
that a moving screen?
It was
They're not gonna
everything.
call
That was.
They put
that was-
.7 on the clock.
What?
Yeah, because the clock should have never started. You just
They,
like.
they didn't start the clock until he
Yeah,
touched
no, they
it.
started before. Just
No, they
like
didn't.
yeah. Let me tell you, because
Shelton, we just
Wait,
saw
hold on.
it.
No, we saw it.
They
We
took
saw
it away.
Oh, they true.
Oh.
They true.
7-10. See, it was 0.9. That happened. That tip. This like you can do that in 0.3 seconds. That clock started way early, but it don't matter. This game is over.
It's not over yet, man. We seen crazy shit happen in the NBA.
You call
Remember Derek Fisher, 0.6? Was it 0.6?
It was 0.3.
You gonna have to throw the ball away.
Damn, that
to
was
the court
0.3?
It
and
was
hope somebody
0.3,
get
and that's
fouled.
why I made the Derek Fisher rule say that you can't make a shot with less than 0.4 seconds on the clock. Or it was either 0.3 or 0.4. But that was the...
Because it could be a foul. Like anything can fucking happen, man.
Oh, you can't substitute. Them players got to come back off the court.
So they could,
Like
like,
you got your big men out there now.
but they can't take it out. They got to take it out on the other side, right?
Yeah, the baseline.
Yeah, they
Then
got
why is
taken out.
Rondo standing? Oh, never mind.
he had to
Rondo
come
not
back
in
out
the
the game.
Yeah, no, I see.
That's your fault, Zubac, and that's their fault for not telling you to back off him, because he wasn't gonna shoot a jump shot, and that's the ref's fault for not calling him pulling his jersey like that.
They're not gonna call that though. Same way they're not gonna call the D-Book movement straight. They're not gonna call that.
That one, but
Bro,
that was
what
what
is
else?
It started, bro.
That's
what I'm saying.
Do you remember? I can't remember what 90s year. But Reggie Miller pushing Michael Jordan to get the three and make the three.
I remember-
They're not
I
gonna
remember
call that. It's less than 2, but they're not calling that, man.
Unless it was an egregious.
Is he trying to put?
Do you not know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
That was a
Jordan. That was
Yeah.
a
That's a different NBA than this.
No, 100%.
Just like they call that little foul on Book when he flipped his arm back.
But still, in the clutch moment, they're not gonna call that shit, bro. They're not
The
gonna.
Clippers gonna live to regret this one though, because this was one they should have had. Booker ain't played good. this whole
Was
game.
Cousins in the game?
No.
Because he was in the game because he was on the ball.
That's
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was guarding.
Oh,
the
he
ball.
was the one doing.
He was guarding
That's
inbound.
PG, bro. This game is on PG.
Are y'all sure?
Yeah, he was guarding the inbound. That's why I said all 5 defenders should have been under the basket.
Okay, let me see. Let me try to see what's going on the court. Okay, so Reggie is back there.
Nah, that's Pat Bev.
I mean,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
that's
he's
Reggie.
inbounding.
Yeah,
Pat
Reggie's
Bev is
inbounding.
right there. Yeah.
Pat Bev is right there. They got Paul George way down there.
I don't understand what's taking so long. Just inbound the ball. What are they
I think
waiting
they're
on?
trying to make sure that all of the players are the same 10.
But they're giving, like, if you're the Clippers, you get a chance to work on whatever you can work on.
Oh, they got to play whatever it is already set in stone.
Paul George,
He done already told them what he wanted to do.
PG, come on, bro. How you miss both free throws?
That was a wasted effort.
He was 5 for 9 from the line.
This is a mess.
But he ain't diagramming nothing. He done already called the play.
Nah,
now he
one
finally
time,
called
like,
him
all right,
together.
look, if they doing this bullshit, we gonna do this. This guy draw a foul, like you said, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah, any type of foul.
That's all they can hope for at this point. But they would be.
And
stupid.
there's the one. If there's gonna be one to give it to
He
you.
gonna back up. He gonna let him shoot the shot. I let him shoot.
Nah, you can't let
you
PG
can't let
shoot
nobody.
that. Hell no. Oh, they calling Tyloo out for that.
Well, that was right.
Yeah, it was right.
That was the right call. But I think I'd put Boogie on Ayton.
What's going on?
I don't think Reggie was in the game. Dang, Lou. You fucked up for that one, bro.
Look. He didn't because
Yeah,
this
he
is
didn't know.
offensive, defensive
Yeah,
matchup.
he
No. I'm talking about Lou knew good and damn well Reggie wasn't in the game.
Hey, you go.
All right, here we go.
The only thing you do is throw it full court and hope somebody get there. Shoot it.
You
Not in time.
idiot. He didn't even turn around and shoot it quick enough. Was he off balance?
Yeah, he was off balance.
He didn't want his stats to go down.
Nah, he was off balance.
What did I tell you?
Hey, wait now.
I tell you? What the
I was
fuck?
going to give it to you.
I was telling you, bro. Y'all niggas don't be listening to me. I swear.
Look, hey, what did I say when I saw the time? I said, hey, here's your Aiden.
I told you. I was like, bro, he is gonna have to win them this game.
You got lucky.
I told you I'm gonna joke like, bro.
Hey, you did, but we told you that nigga can play.
And I also told you
He showed me that. I was like, he has to be. If he's a big 3, he got to do this
Yeah,
shit.
he didn't catch it clean.
Nah, he did.
He still hit the front rim though. That's kind of impressive.
I know.
No, he
That's
should have hit the free throw.
I promise you.
That would have been more
I
impressive.
promise you, now Boogie's gonna come back and play ball.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause look, what do I say about superstars?
That's what they
What I say
said.
about superstars? 7
Book ain't no
games,
superstar,
you got
bro.
shown for 6.
Book ain't no superstar.
Okay, y'all tripping.
No, he's not a superstar.
tripping.
Booker's a star.
You tripping.
Payne's
He's not a
upset he
superstar.
missed that shot. He got blocked on that shot.
No, sir.
But I like
We
that
ain't giving
they're
that.
like Phoenix is like, all right, game's over.
Next.
Job not done. Yep. But I hope you learn from the CP3. Better get him on the horn. Like, hey man, the way you close it out, that one good.
That's crazy that he missed the free throw.
Paul George is
Both of them.
done.
He's done.
Don't
He
say
was
that.
cooked on that
Paul
second free
George
throw.
is
That
done.
second free
You
throw.
was saying all that shit just so the Clippers
I
could
was
lose.
That's
no,
how
I
you know
wasn't.
it was.
I wasn't.
You was.
I would do
that, y'all.
I'm not that kind of guy.
Yes, you are.
I'm not that kind
That's
of
why I was
guy.
like, why is he saying they gonna? Oh,
That looked like a Giannis or Ben Simmons free throw.
24-14 did.
He a 2010 guy.
He would have had 30 if
He
they.
should have had 30.
He was out the
He was on
game.
the bench. Yeah, he was on the bench
Hey,
for a minute.
you got to give Crowder credit though for that pass. That was a nice pass.
Yes. Nice. And D-Book for putting his body in the way. Zubac, a big motherfucker.
And Monty for that call.
Yeah.
Because everybody's thinking it's going to go to Book.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, nah, they can.
I told you.
If they can run a lob, they can get this shit to Ayton.
I said, bro, you gotta be able to call.
And it's smart of Ayton to dunk it quick. A little too quick.
The funny thing is, if PG made one free throw, this goes to overtime.
At least overtime.
It's at least overtime.
Hey, was that a fluke last year? The bubble?
Nope. Nope.
They won 9 straight now. They won 8 straight in the bubble. They won 9 straight.
It's
In
not
the-
a fluke. I think everybody, after what we saw in the bubble, was like, hey, Phoenix for real.
Yeah.
We don't know where they going to be, but they're a playoff team, and you don't want to play them.
Right.
This was a hard-fought game. This was a game.
This is a
This is
grinded
how-
out game.
This is how you win championships. You win these type of games, this adversity, you fight through it, you find a way to win when you're not at your best.
And you know what? Like, here's the biggest takeaway I have. When CP comes back, the Clippers are going to get blown the fuck out. Because think about how herky-jerky this game was, right? Nobody, not one person, Cameron did hit the best CP impersonation he could do.
Look, he on the
CP3,
phone with him
yeah.
now.
CP, you already know. But nobody controls the tempo of a game like CP3. And when he comes back, and this team
I
believes,
want to hear what he said. He was just,
Oh, he was just talking.
He said if he throws it,
well,
and they won this game they won the first 2 without CP.
Yeah.
CP gonna be fired up. They already know that they can beat them without CP. Man, it's a wrap for Clippers.
I will say this though. Ty Lue made a hell of adjustment for game 2. That's what Ken's been pointing out, the Pat Bev shit. Now for game 3, if they lose game 3,
It's a wrap.
here's the thing.
it's a fucking wrap.
So now D-Book is familiar with how Pat Bell's going to guard him. So he's probably going to, so he's going to be ready for Pat Bell's shit in the next game too.
How did you miss both free throws? I'm sorry I keep on saying that shit, but it's just
Y'all called it. I'm going to give y'all props because y'all were like, he still got to make it. Pat, he shook, blah, 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 blah. I thought there was no way in hell he was missing both. He pulled the fucking Nick Anderson. Shout out to Nick Anderson. I ain't trying to.
I'm about to say we
disparage
did
my
have him
brother.
on the show.
But he would say the same thing because he that real.
He said he put it on. He did me.
Yeah, he would say the same thing. He was like, I did that shit too, and he probably would actually give us context to what's going on with Paul George, especially after he missed the first one. He's probably he probably was watching. He was like, he's probably gonna miss the second one too.
You get tight, man.
he got
Because you know you gotta make.
force that second one.
Look how
He
many
hit
points
back
in the
rim.
paint. 30.
Look, you're right, FIFO. They only made 6 threes that whole game.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at the Phoenix.
When CP come back, it's gonna be a wrap for them.
Wow. But that's Ty Lue's coaching though. Ty Lue did a really, really good
Ty Lue did it,
job.
but I couldn't ask anything better than Ty Lue. It's like this is the only time I agree with that whole stance about what you say about coaches show, where like the players gotta execute. You couldn't ask for a better situation, and that's why they. To be honest, this loss
Crowder
may be
got
the reason why Kawhi comes back.
I don't know if Kawhi can come back.
That's a good shot.
I think that's a pretty serious injury. But
No, I'm talking about next season.
Oh, next go
Like,
back
this
to the team.
is why he'd be like, because I think he's a free agent this offseason.
He's restricted.
He's either restricted or unrestricted.
No.
See, that's the shot he was getting on Zubac.
He's gonna come back next season because he's like, look, I would have won us that game.
That would have damn won the game. If they would have got that shit.
Careless inbound from George, Zubac, and Ayton. It looked like maybe it went off Zubac's leg, but actually it hit Ayton's hand. They took
Yeah, I saw it.
this out.
Yeah. This was such a good play, man. God dang.
The Clippers fought though.
They did. And that's Ty Lue.
It's like anybody can hit a shot on there. That's the bullshit I don't like.
Booker's arm gets up, but what?
Yeah, I don't know. I
But
don't know.
his mouth was bleeding.
Maybe the tip of his elbow hit him since he was
Yeah, he
bleeding.
was bleeding.
Right there. I see
Right,
it.
yeah. He hit him.
I see it. He just had a delay.
Look at his finger. There's blood on his finger. But it still was
Look
like
at this
a
play.
ticky-tack foul, though.
George and Booker get tied up, and this is critical because that's Booker's fifth. He's saying George hooked me.
He's no George.
But it's like
But they're not gonna call that.
they
That's
never
always gonna
call
be a
it.
defensive call.
On the other end, great
Big
block.
block.
See, and that's the other thing. It's like I don't know how they can. This is such a big play, and they thought the game was over.
He made big shots down the stretch.
He did, but this was the one.
On the other end, Booker
I ain't gonna kill Booker because he did make that shot,
rises
and that was clutch. But PG came back right at him.
If Pat Bev jumped a second later, he would have had a block.
That was a lot of celebrating at the end.
When,
Still young.
oh,
He's still young.
Booker.
and see,
That was a hell of a play. I think that's the play of the game right there.
Pat Bev,
Yep. Yep.
it should have been.
That showed his value on the team.
Yep.
Because we would have been having that conversation we talked about had they lost this game.
With
What conversation we have, show?
Just Booker would have to step up the next game. I mean, I'm not gonna kill him forever. It's just this game. Presto T with the super chat. Another great stream, y'all. This game was crazy, and we appreciate that. This game was crazy. It could have went either way. Paul George gonna lose some sleep tonight. He's gonna be talking to his therapist.
I thought he was gonna hit that shit.
I thought he was too.
I thought he was too. Look, he
Oh,
talking. That's why.
Hey, Book should have hunted him down and be like,
Good game, bro.
He did.
Yep.
That's
Oh, he
why
did.
they pushed him.
oh,
That's
Book
why
got
they
it back.
pushed- Yeah.
And that allows
That's why he was tripping. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Monty Williams.
Watch Book.
and Ayton slams
Look
it
at Book.
home. That gives the lead to the Suns. And there's
Yeah, you're right, Sheldon. That was like offensive and all kinds of shit, but they ain't gonna call that right
No, they're
now.
not gonna call that.
Not that, but I wouldn't even want y'all to call that.
remarkable play there all the way around as the Clipper lead is.
Oh, Caruso got arrested for possessing the marijuana. That's why he said free Caruso.
Where?
In
In
Texas.
Texas.
Leave his ass there.
I thought. Is it not legal in Texas?
Man, that wasn't 0.7 seconds, y'all. That's some bull.
Did you see it?
No, 0.2. They say he scored in 0.2.
He did.
When they took the ball out, it was 0.9.
I know, but
They said that he scored in 0.2.
did he
therefore
really
they-
score? It didn't look like he
did.
scored in
Because if you
0.2.
think about it, a tip dunk like that, you can do that in point 3. So in order to do what he did in point 3, point 2 is about right. That's the only shot you could have. It was 0.3
Yeah,
seconds left
how
on
long
that.
does it take for you to dunk pretty much his ass?
Yeah, if it was 0.3 seconds, that's the only shot you got.
Put an improbable finish. Go ahead, field goal.
So we back
How the hell
to.
Stephon Marbury make a shot?
I don't know. They need to explain that.
Century.
I remember that Boris Diaw shit.
Because he hit it at the buzzer, just at the buzzer jump.
But
Victory.
I think it was with Phoenix. The Cameron Payne game. So to y'all point,
Yeah, there you go.
does he got a mask on?
Yeah.
He must be 6'.
He in the house. Probably with people with his family, maybe.
He got it then.
Yeah, he got
Yeah,
it.
he tested positive.
I don't think he's gonna be back.
Oh, I
there.
thought they didn't leak that. They didn't say he did.
Oh, well,
They didn't say
yeah.
that.
Wendy and Woj both reported that he tested positive earlier in the week.
So he was fucking around with LeBron.
He probably was.
I told you.
He ain't gonna be back by game 3 if he still got his mask on.
They say so per COVID protocol, he has to be able to produce 2 back-to-back negative tests.
Back to back as far as days.
I don't know back-to-back. I don't know if it's like back-to-back.
That
days.
shit stay in your system for a long time.
That's in your system
So-
for at least 14 days.
So
Yeah, man.
Wendy was saying that in every other situation, it's taken 10 to 14 days for the player to get back.
So what game? How many games did he
When did he leave? Was it last Wednesday? Was it last Wednesday when he left?
3 to 5 games he could miss. I don't remember.
If he misses 5 games,
That's the first 3 games.
it'll be 3-1.
Well, they won the Cameron Payne game. He put up 29. Booker put up what, 20, 18, and Ayton put up 24.
So this game 3 is the biggest game of the Clippers.
Careers, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they happy to be there.
They've been here
Yeah,
before.
they happy to be there.
They've been here before.
They have, but that was different, man.
That was with Kawhi going into all those down 0-2 though.
Yeah, like you had Kawhi for 2 of those comebacks, and then you lost Kawhi for the remaining 2. But yeah, you had Kawhi for those games. You know,
And as
now,
you can see, relying on Paul George ain't shit.
well, it's a little bit more even since CP3 out and Kawhi's out. So
Not really. You don't think so? Not when it comes down to the clutch.
It actually is, but it depends on how Paul George rebounds from this. Now, if he rebounds from this and say, "Look, I played a great game. I messed up at the end. I'm coming out with a purpose."
This is what's going to happen.
Yeah, I gotta hear what he got.
This is going to happen in Game 3. He gonna come out aggressive as hell, score a lot of points, and then in the fourth quarter, he gonna choke
fade
again. He gonna fade again.
I don't know, man. Paul George gets in his head easy. So I'm with you. I think what Talu's gonna have to coach him back. Right.
He gonna have to sit down and look, bro. You did great. We gonna get out of him tomorrow or the next game. Don't worry about shit.
If he comes back, I'm gonna credit Talu with that.
What's crazy is Booker went 5 for 16. He had 7 turnovers. He had 5 assists and 4 rebounds.
He played like shit.
He had 10 turnovers.
7.
He had 2 late game turnovers, like the offensive foul, and then of course the Pat Bev play.
Campaign had 29 and 9 assists.
Now Booker hit the
He had
go-ahead.
no turnovers. Campaign didn't turn the ball.
Wow, that's
That's what I
impressive.
say. He had a CP3 game.
He really did.
Now Booker did hit the go-ahead shot, but those turnovers down the stretch, that's what they got to talk about.
If honestly, the game was decided. The game was decided in that rally where nobody was making those shots. That's what the game was.
When they were stuck at 99 to 100.
Yeah, for like 3 minutes.
Darko had a really good game too. Dario. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say that man
Not
been
Darko.
out the league.
Dario. I'm sorry, Dario.
He was out the league the second year.
Yeah, he was.
I
Darko.
would like to officially apologize to Cameron Payne for one game.
You said that last time you did that shit.
Nah, he came through, man. I'm gonna give him his props, man. He did his shit.
Ayton is showing his thing. He's showing that it's 2.5 men right now.
Yeah, Cameron Payne did his thing. They don't win this game without Cameron Payne.
Nah.
Yep.
Yeah, 29 points, 9 assists, and no turnovers is.
That's crazy. If they come back and win this series, granted it's crazy. Ty Lue literally was because I think one of the in our Dead End Sports League chat they was like, Nick, what about that people being down 0-2 in the series? I told you it was like less than 7% chance that teams down 0-2 come back to win the series. They've done it twice. And they do it again 3 times in a row.
Ty Lue, man.
Ty Lue, the greatest coach, probably.
I mean,
I can't say
one of the
that
greatest
though,
coaches
because
in the NBA.
if that's the case, why are you down 0-2? A lot of coaches can't reference that.
That's fine, but as long as you win the series, that's all that matters.
It does, but a lot of coaches can't reference that. So I can't say he's the greatest nothing because you got ones that ain't been in that position because they winning the games that they should win.
Yeah, but he's doing it with the Clippers, though. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna give him his props just for
props.
the coaching, like to be able to overcome that. And we're not talking about just this series in this year. We're talking about the 3-1-2. Like all of that goes into what he's able to do when he's down. Shelton has a point. You always put your niggas in some precarious situations.
Not him.
Ty Lue does. Yeah, he does.
You blaming Ty Lue for this loss?
No, not for the loss.
No.
What loss are you giving Ty Lue there? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, he's a part of all of them.
I'm just saying this ain't
If that's
on,
the
this
case,
ain't
we
on
can't give
coaching.
it up.
This ain't on coaching.
If that's the case, we can't give the Doc either.
No, that's not true.
Why does Doc get him? Because a loss is a loss.
Because Doc had an 8. Did the Clippers have an 18-point plus lead? Did the Clippers have a 26 plus?
He got a player that got in his own head. You just said that Ben was to blame. I mean, Ben was messed up, but it was Doc's fault for not having Ben ready. Why can't we blame Tyler?
No, I said it was Doc's fault to not making adjustments. He knew Ben wasn't ready by game 5, by game 6.
I'll be curious to see what Monty does now that Ty Lue has played one of his hands. Because they definitely did a good job of guarding that 3-point line this series. Because Mikal Bridges, I don't know what he had for the game, but he was a non-factor.
If he ain't shooting threes, he a 3-and-D guy. But you can see that, to your point, Ken, if the Suns ain't making threes and they just gonna kill you with 2s, like those 2s ain't gonna hurt you. That's basically a long ass layup.
Stay in that game.
That's a long ass layup.
Well,
Bridges had 5 points.
Yeah, he's an
Now,
X
Cam
factor.
Johnson had 11. So
but he's going to get his 11 off the bench. He's going to get anywhere from 8 to 11 off the bench. So he kind of hit, around his average. Miles Bridges was the one they took out of the game. And I have to go back and rewatch to see if they did anything, different on him to take away those looks. But I know whenever they started to move the ball around, they would rotate, they would close out like hard and chase them off the line. And they were living with Ayton and Cameron Payne getting to the paint. But shit, they gave up 60 points in the paint. The Clippers had 20-something points in the paint.
Yeah, 30.
But they were hit 30, so they were hitting their threes.
It's in threes.
So that kind of kept them in the game. They hit 13.
But you would expect that if they're going with the small lineup. That's why I was saying Ayton had to eat.
But that's the biggest difference between Ayton and fucking Gobert. Gobert don't do any of that shit.
Yeah, Ayton is more offensively gifted.
Yeah. And in terms of defense, like he was now offensively different. Look at the rebounds he was getting. He was blocking motherfuckers. He boxing motherfuckers out. Yeah. Snatching rebounds. Tough rebounds. Adjusting shots and shit like that. Closing out on the 3-point shooters. Quick feet moving around. Took Paul George off the dribble. Hitting the face up big, hitting the jumpers and shit like that. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, this is a chess game. I've seen what Ty Lue does with adjustments. Like, you're right. It's on Monty. Can Monty? Because it's most likely I don't think Chris Paul's playing Game 3.
I think they're gonna try to steal another one.
Yeah, this is a good
matchup,
though.
When do they play next? They play Friday. No, they play Thursday.
Yeah, it should be Thursday.
Well, they going on the road, so I don't know. It may be an extra day in between.
I thought they only do that for the finals.
Well, see, now it's not the 40 games and 40 nights is over.
So Paul George was 1 of 8 from 3-point line.
He was shitball.
But he had a big clutch 3 in the fourth quarter though.
You talking about when it was
96
to 90?
They playing Thursday
to go up.
Yeah, they playing. Yeah, they got to.
No, his fourth quarter.
What was the Hawks and Bucks first game?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
No, Paul George had a great fourth quarter until the free throws.
Yeah, he missed it. He was, what was he, 5 for 10?
He was 5 for 9, I think.
I think it was 5 for 10.
And you said it too, like, dang, he's 5 for 8?
Because he's usually good. He's at least at 88.
Up until that point, he missed 3 free throws.
Mm-hmm.
4 for the series, so that means he missed 1 in game 1, and then 3 up until that point, and then he missed 2 in a row.
When did they happen?
Clutch time. When you
needed him the most.
Hey, they talk about LeBron, but at least PG can hit him though.
Yeah, PG is a career 80 plus.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he should have.
All the more reason to be disappointed.
He should at least split. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if he had split, we gave him a split at least. Ben Simmons could have split.
Jay makes a great pass, and it's just one of those.
He gave Jay the credit too for that pass, which he showed.
Where you're just grateful for it, the will of our guys to just.
And that was Jay Crowder's biggest contribution of the game.
Because he didn't do nothing else.
2 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists.
So there was a lot of things that happened.
Shit, I feel like I could do that. Let me get a 10-day contract. I can give you 2 points.
Torrey Craig can get 2.
And for us, like the mental stamina to just stay in there.
Well, shit, all I'm going to do is just stay in the corner, offense and defense. I ain't moving.
Yeah, Sark was good for them in that second quarter. I think is when he did his most damage.
When remember they set Ayton down when Book broke his nose. That's when Sark came out there and played good.
Yep.
Cause he got a couple baskets and he made a couple nice passes, I think.
And we may see the masked light Mamba. We just might. This next game, he actually broke his nose. And we know that there's been, a lot of players that for some reason they just ball better with the mask on. So we shall see. Rip, LeBron with the black mask in Miami.
I'm supposed to be uploading this damn Is the Mic Still On episode.
Somebody just said in the chat. I think Marty said.
He said, what he say?
He said, good night, y'all. Ken got to finish Is the Mic Still On?
I'm about to rise
Double
to
sweatshirt.
All right.
Thanks, man.
And we gotta link back up, Shelter, so we can knock out them other reviews.
Oh, you want to do that?
I'm gonna hit up the shout out Thursday. What time?
I'm tired. I thought you was gonna get here earlier.
I think I was doing.
I don't know what. I didn't realize what time.
Well, hold on. Let me kill Jack.
Are you available tomorrow?
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all. Let me squeeze on over here. We'll catch y'all.
I don't know if we're gonna do
next
that
time. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Great game.